the door. Kelvin said he can hear from outside.
Yeah, especially when it's Jado screaming.
Yeah. Hey everyone, it's Esmond. Welcome to Games Haven, and this is our February 1K series. It's modern this time, and I am joined today by Zen.
Hi everyone. First time seeing my face, but I think you see me around the shops.
Yes, so Zen is the modern master, between the both of us. So he'll be helping me to figure out what decks they're playing today. And we're actually going to jump straight into a game right now because they started a bit early. So right now, what we're seeing is Kelvin Chu playing 4C Omnath Blade up against Lim Zhong Yi on the Jan Death Shadow. So this is round 1. And they've actually started, but we asked them to pause, so we're going to ask them to start right now. What's happened so far is, I think there's a Thoughtseize from Zhong Yi.
Yeah, I think we see the Omnath Blade going first lane, Windswept, getting played straight into Thoughtseize and takes away the Skyclave apparition.
Yep.
Yeah.
Skyclave so powerful. Removes so many things in this format.
Yeah, I mean, it's a card that, it's what design should be, right? It's,
Yeah.
It's color costed with the right amount of pips in the white. It's 3 mana, it's a 2/2. Exiles things, which can be very painful, as I found out against my Aria of Flame.
And the opponent doesn't even get it back, which
Yeah.
is insane actually, the value.
Yeah. And we see him actually fetching the Triumph here, so Triumph helps him fixes the mana. Neither of the lists here are running any kind of land destruction, so as long as they hit their colors, they're going to be safe.
So there's no Blood Moon.
There's no Blood
There's
Moon,
no
no Field of Ruins coming out. See a very early Tamagotchi that gets spells.
Yep.
Yep. And see a fetch immediately after as well.
So Kelvin just trying to slow the game down, trying to control the board. Yep, for sure.
Yeah, and that's the thing about the Jan Death Shadow. It has such a versatility of threats compared to like traditional Grixis and even like the Rakdos. It has the Tamagotchs as well. It has Tireless Trackers.
Right.
So it's okay with the spells getting eaten. It's whether it can keep up with that value over time. So let's see. He fetches a Temple Garden. No shocks, not surprising.
Doesn't need to.
Yeah. So we can we follow the life counter on the screen, right?
Yes. So the phone live counter, yes.
Yeah.
We're just gonna update it
Update it.
over here.
Anyway, now when I used to watch, we see a Teferi resolving. So I mean, Jan is not really playing on the instant speed removal. He does run interactions. I think here, if you look at his hand, he has 2 Swift Spears, which look really tempting into the Teferi as well. Given that he's tapped out, he can't really do much. So, but he's off red right now, which is an unfortunate thing. So the Swift Spears are actually dead in hand.
Right, yes.
Yeah. So we can see a Scourge of the Skyclaves come in.
So currently it's 6 power, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. The thing about that though, however, it's just gonna bounce it. So a bit of a strange play to kind of play into that, but I guess you don't have any other choice.
Yeah. So strong the fairy. That tempo play.
Yeah, and actually here what we're seeing, the double play straight away.
So this is where the Stoneblade name comes in. What do you think he's gonna search for? Oh, okay. So it's just Better Skull.
Better Skull, right? It's such a value you don't expect. But we know also that the Jan Death Shadow is kind of anticipating this. It runs main board 2 dismembers. Collegial Command as well. It's trying to interact with this line axis, but it's going to be hard for Bun to kind of catch back up at this point. It's for the Jan to catch back with the Bun, because he's also off his 1 color, which is strange because the 4 color deck has fixed his mana.
And I think the Triumphs really help because in that, right?
Yeah.
Just fixing the colors.
Yeah, but we do see Fatal Push coming in right now. So, there's a chance of Fatal Pushing. He's going to replay the Scourge of the Skyclave as well. It's going to be the same power level. And he has the interaction on hand, but I think in this scenario he's just he can't play at instant speed, so he actually has to resolve it now. If he doesn't catch that, it's gonna be an issue, but I think he's more than aware of it. So he can't actually wait to do it on the opponent's upkeep. He has to integrate with it now.
Right.
Both of them also playing the chip lands, so taking a bit of incremental damage, not from each other. So
which is what Death Shadow wants, right?
Yeah.
So good for him.
Yeah,
just needs the red.
Yeah, but unfortunately with Chong Yi, he hasn't drawn a single fetch land. So
that's right.
So now we're seeing the lack of fetch lands actually coming to punish him.
Yeah.
He does have a Death Shadow in hand as well, a signed one. That's spicy.
Pretty useless now though.
Yeah. Everyone knows the signed one is stronger.
Of course.
Comes in with +1/+1 guard.
Alright, so he's
he's gonna Fatal Push.
Interesting
choice that he chose to Fatal Push the Noble Hierarch instead of the Stoneforge, which now allows the Better Skull to come in at any point of time. So I find that quite interesting. And
that's another Hierarch.
Yeah, there's another Hierarch as well.
Maybe he noticed that Kelvin needs extra mana.
Yeah.
Especially knowing his deck is quite mana intensive. Perhaps.
Oh, right, yeah. He could be attacking the mana line. I mean, we do see another Tamagotchi come down now.
Right.
So this is an interesting moment because Now, even though he can bring in the better skull, I think Tamagotch right now, I see land, creature, instant, and a sorcery as
and
well.
a sorcery, yeah. Dot
Yeah,
six.
so I think it can fight. It can fight into it.
So Kelvin here with a response. Mana leak.
Mana leak as well. So
Yeah.
2 Tamagotchs down. We still got another 3 Scourge and another 4 Shadows to get through. So
Plenty of threats.
yeah.
Wow, so this Scourge is pretty big now.
Yes, it's pretty.
Looks like it's going at Teferi.
Yeah, and it's actually quite a nice play coming out from Chongi here, because forcing him to tap out to counter the Tamagotch means that you don't see a Battle Skull coming down to block.
Yeah.
So you don't have any kind of cutesy interactions where you can bounce as well with the Teferi, get your artifact back in hand, retap
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So there's a lot of value there for when he does get that resolve. So he can recast the Battle Skull. I think that's a cool interaction there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're still deciding on blocks.
Yeah, I think Kelvin is still deciding.
Yourself, what colors do you play when you normally play in Modern?
I play everything, man. I play
Yes.
red, black, white, blue.
I remember the one time you casted Smallpox against me.
Oh, yes. I love Smallpox.
Yes.
One of my favorite cards in Modern is Croxa.
Yeah.
And just, 8 rack.
Yeah.
16 rack now, actually. The
Yeah,
amount
yeah.
of racks in Modern now. Oh, wow, okay. So,
So as you see, a 1/1 Death Shadow come in. It's an interesting play here from Kelvin to let the Stoneforge die.
yeah.
And now we see why.
Ah, okay.
He has a Omna person. Yeah. So he's kind of pivoting lines altogether. So he's bouncing the Scourge again. So Scourge
Drawing
for
another
yet
card.
another time gets to.
And he's
go
digging
back
for lands, I think, because he's drawn a card off Omnath and another one off Teferi, but he's still missing his land drops. So it might be hurting him a bit.
Yes, we see.
Wow, yeah, the Scourge is back.
Are we gonna see
and
the
a
threat?
Thermal
Yeah.
going. Wow.
Yeah, so Kevin missing those land drops are going to be really punishing right now.
There we go.
We
Yeah.
say that.
So that's a forest.
Yep.
And looks like he has another Omnath. So I guess he'll be okay trading this Omnath for something. If it can trade. I don't think it can.
Yeah. No, I don't think
He can't trade for anything.
Yeah, I think he's gonna jump block and play another Omna before he gets the land
Probably.
off the top.
Yeah.
Oh, he does have
Wow.
a Ren at
That's
6.
a Ren at
so,
6.
Yeah, we didn't see that in the hand. So
Yeah.
that changes the game by a bit.
And I think he has a fetch land, in
Yep.
the graveyard, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic news for Kelvin.
Yeah.
You know, the last time we featured him, he's at 18 because of Omnath.
Because of Omna.
Yes.
Because Bun.
Yes.
stuff.
Last time we featured Kelvin, he
Yeah.
actually went 0-5.
Oh,
So-
okay.
They say there's the curse of the camera.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Sure, it's not Kelvin.
It's not Kelvin.
But you see the Ren 6 coming out here, and that's just another way. Like, so both decks attack on very different axes.
Mm.
You have a creature heavy threat and a planeswalker heavy threat, and both of them are kind of doing what they want to do right now in this
Yeah,
matchup.
for sure.
Yeah. So we're seeing the Titans fight, and so we see the fetch come out.
Yep.
Any color do you think he should go for?
I don't know. I think he might want just I don't know. I'm not gonna try and predict Kelvin's plays here.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think getting the white here kind of like it represents also a sky cliff in hand or a path here which he
Some
might
kind of
do.
removal
Yeah.
for sure.
Because
Yeah.
it is a greedy deck, but double whites are things as well. So he naturally
Okay.
has.
Sword of
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep. Sort of feast and famine.
and Famine, yeah.
Yep, that's feast and famine. There's a Jeb one as well.
Yes.
So it's that's completely gonna neuter whatever Zhongyi is gonna bring. It's gonna
Yeah.
present a untapped land as well.
Cause that pretty much so now he can block
Mm-hmm.
if he wants to, or he can just attack. And it's quite a fast clock, right? 'Cause
Yeah. But
now
choosing
it's a
to play
6-6.
defensive because relax on the
Yeah.
crackback he might lose.
Yes, for sure. So his creatures are
Yeah.
very
Very
big.
big.
Very big.
Yeah, we see him here draw
Another
another.
Death Shadow.
Yeah. But the thing is, he's still not on red.
Yeah.
He's playing green black shadow.
And amazingly, he's still doing well, right? So good
Yeah.
for him.
So it's interesting. So Shadows right now is a 2/2.
Mm.
And he has the Scourge, which is relatively big as well. It's a 9.
Yeah.
And Tamagotch is 4, 5. There's no artifact in the graveyard yet.
Yeah, no.
I think it's a
So
5/6.
no enchantment either. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorcery creature,
Land.
land, planeswalker.
Planeswalker.
Mm.
Yeah.
Instant.
Instant. Yeah, correct. So
5,
5/6 is a 5/6.
Yes. So pretty big. But
Yeah.
Omnath is still bigger. Wow.
Yeah. I like
Okay.
this from Chong. He's like.
What's going through his mind?
So his mind is like, I'm gonna put you to try to figure out this way down. I'm not drawing my colors. I'm gonna represent big threats. 2 turn swings. You can block 1 right now. Next turn if you don't have. So you're gonna trade the mom in as well. So you're going to take 8, it's going down. Next turn, he also represents a threat. And yet again, Kevin can't swing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to keep Omnath around to block. I mean,
Yeah.
he has the option of actually playing out, swinging with the Omnath, re-tapping his land, and playing another
Omnath.
Omnath.
Yes, he could do that.
Yeah. Chongyi is at very, very low lives. I think Omnath will come in for around 6.
It looks like he's going for Ren in 6 though.
If he does, actually, that makes more sense because
Yeah.
he's turning on the Omnath.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm afraid the sound.
Okay.
Okay.
Just checking volumes right now.
So, Songy tracking, sacrificing his land, draw a
Yeah.
card, and Kelvin taking out the Tamagoy.
Yes, and we
Yeah.
see a fetch.
Finally.
Yes.
Finally gonna see some red in this Jun deck.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the red here represents a very interesting choice because he's still on only one source, so he can't play both the Swift Spears.
Yes, yes.
He can play one Swift Spear this turn, which I think he has to.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he wants to. And another Death
And
Shadow.
another Death Shadow.
Yeah, so it's
Wow.
creature.
Every turn, man, just so many threats coming up.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just looking through the list here, and I don't see a way that Kelvin can actually clear the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
has single creature
Targeted
interaction.
removal.
Yeah,
A lot of targeted removal.
yeah, very much so. Even
Even in the sideboard.
yeah, exactly. So this actually is quite a good game plan. He does interestingly enough have a Field of Ruin in his sideboard.
Field of Ruin.
I think it's just for that Tron matchup.
Yeah, perhaps.
Now I see decisions coming in from Kevin's side. So he did choose to swing at Kevin instead, not the Ren.
Mm.
Yeah, I think he kind of recognizes he can't really. I mean, you can't really beat a Ren clock at this point in time. The Omnath is not going to get removed. So
Omnath though, Omnath
yeah.
represents so much of life gain.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be hard for
Yeah.
Zhongyi to get through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as you say that his Death Shadows now are 5/5s, so they're
Right.
coming in big. So he does have a lot of.
But the
big
thing is, he
boys.
can't go down to 6
Yeah.
because otherwise Omnath is just
Yes, Omnath is lethal.
Yeah.
But no, technically
Oh, not
the Swiss
7
Spear.
actually, because
Yeah.
because of Exalted.
Yes.
Right.
But the Swiss Spear can block. Because it's
Oh, yes, it's red.
So
Of
that's
course,
why
yeah.
Jan better.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as long as he's always aware that he has a Swiss Spear and he has another one in hand,
Yeah.
so he can actually swing in with this.
Good spot there.
No, but I like how after 3 turns he's like, what does Omnath do
Yeah.
again?
Why is his life still at 16?
Yeah.
Very interesting game so far though. A lot of back and forth, I think.
Yeah.
And they're finally hitting their colours and land drops. Kelvin, I think Ren and 6 helped him out so much getting that fetch land back. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ren 6 is just stabilizing the land right now.
Yeah.
It's a land creation machine. I just
So
want
strong.
it printed so badly, reprinted, so I can I play Jan as well. So.
Well, it was reprinted as a list card, which,
Yeah. Yeah, it knocked the
They
price
did-
down by $5. So. I think the best thing that's happened to Ren 6 is that it got banned in Legacy. So.
Right, okay, yeah.
That's okay.
So,
Yes,
there
we,
we go.
Yeah, we
Another
do
Swiss Spear.
Swiss Spear and a Polluted Delta. Interesting here that he plays the Delta as well. So we
Ooh.
see a Queller come down.
Okay, so that... He chooses not to exile it.
Yes, it's interesting.
Huh.
I'm a bit perplexed
Yeah.
why you would choose. Yeah, it's a game. The game's over at this point.
Ah, I see, I
Yes.
see.
Yeah, but a bit perplexed why you would choose to show the Polluted Delta because it could represent. There's no more Teferi on the board, so that could be something like Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy or even a Kolaghan's Command as well. But
Yeah.
you are tapping out a red there, so game 1 going to the Omnath Blade.
Yeah, man.
Omnath
How
coming.
did that end again? I was a bit...
Oh yeah,
I
so
think I
the
must have missed it.
Spell Queller coming in and then the no swings.
2 damage?
Yeah,
4 damage?
4 damage. So with the swing of the sword plus the Exalted trigger, and then he will untap. So I think then Ren 6 can ping for 1 as well.
Okay.
So yeah, and he had tapped
Oh,
down.
and not to mention that Omnath does 4 damage,
yeah,
right?
correct.
Yes.
Yeah, so,
right.
yeah. So the Omnath damage plus what was coming in
Yeah.
was more than enough. But I think Chongyi there a
Woo.
bit unfortunate. He kind of flooded at the end.
Yeah, for
he,
sure.
he didn't get the resources where he wanted it, and then he got them at the end.
Yeah,
and
the
no
Swiss
spells.
Spears were just stuck in his head for too
Yeah.
long.
And Teferi, for me, I think the all-star in that match was Teferi. Teferi bought so much time.
Wow. And drew so many cards. 2 cards?
Yeah.
Wow.
But
That's
that
so
was
much value.
But that was an interesting choice as well with the... I mean, I got what you meant him pushing the the noble hierarch, taking off the mana, but you saw hierarch come down straight away
Yeah,
after
exactly.
that. So I think
So-
Stoneforge was a... He didn't in the end activate it as well.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say what the correct line was, but yeah.
I mean, Stoneforge blocked anyway. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
Battle
hard to
Skull
say.
never came down.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a trap all along.
So actually here, what we see in the possible sideboards that they could bring in, we see Maelstrom Pass, Veil of Summers are going to be great.
Oh yes,
Yes.
for sure. Stops Teferi, stops Queller. Does
Yeah.
it stop Queller?
Sorry? Which
No,
one?
it doesn't
Veil of
stop
Summer?
Queller.
No. I think you and your spells are accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if it's still on the stack, then yes, it
Mm.
would actually. But he would, yeah, because it's a blue spell as well. So yeah, so I think Veil of Summer here is going to be great. It's going to probably bring in the Fatal Pushers, the Kolaghan's Command as well. Because with the fetches,
sure.
yeah, he
Yeah.
can definitely hit the stuff.
Yeah.
He might want to bring in Collective Brutality, allows him to hit the Planeswalkers, because he doesn't actually really run like Eliminate or, any of those new Zendika's black spells that allow you to target Planeswalkers as well. So it's hard to say.
Well, Kelvin as well, he has a Veil of Summer too.
Yeah, I was recently foiling my Storm and I was thinking of a Rug version. So I was like, how much could a foil Veil Summer be? And it's like $88. And I'm like,
$88.
It's $88 for a
joking.
foil Veil Summer.
My goodness, that's
but
crazy.
Someone reminded me that Force of Will was at one point an uncommon too. So
Yep, for sure.
yeah, so it's definitely interesting to see how that goes.
Well, Kelvin has. I don't know what else would he bring in.
He'll probably being Ariok champion
Auric
here.
Champion,
Yeah, because it gains you life as well. It blocks, and the price value has gone up right now.
Yes, it's skyrocketed, man. It's crazy.
Yes, I should have bought a playset a long time
Yeah.
ago. And that's why I save a lot of things. So,
A lot of things are
Yeah.
skyrocketing right now, so hard to say what to buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Maybe it's
also-
time to sell
Yeah.
if you have any.
no, unfortunately, I don't. I never play White in Modern.
Right.
I do see though he has Aether Gust. So Aether Gust is going to be, it's going to be the nuts against Death Shadow right now. Green and
No,
red
Aether
as
Gust
well.
is red and green.
Yeah, so the Death Shadow, the Tamagoths, and
Because
he's playing the Jund Splash.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Why
the-
is he splashing for red actually? I see Croxa.
I think it's mainly for the Swiftspear and the Kolaghan's Command. So it represents different axes. Usually, the split is to splash for Lightning Bolt, but he doesn't seem to have it.
Yeah, that's every time you see red, it's always like there's lightning bolt,
Yeah,
right?
it's the
So-
most efficient card in
yeah.
all of Magic. So, but he doesn't even have it in the sideboard. So maybe it's a mind game.
Well, you see Omnath, it doesn't die to
Yeah.
bolt, so could be a
Yeah.
meta call.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also another thing that we didn't get to see that matchup was we didn't get to see the Mishra's Bauble, which actually represents card draw advantage for Chang'e in his colours.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and get some information as well.
Yeah.
About what Kelvin has.
Yeah, you see the blue player just fetching stuff,
Yeah,
looking for things. I'll just draw additional card while
Yeah.
bouncing your creature.
You know, the fairy and gaining life with
Yeah.
Omnath. My goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I first started playing, someone told me like, oh, Calvin Chu used to play like competitively. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
oh, so I went to watch some of his older games. Now
Yeah.
and I was like, those are really cool. Like the blue black actually inspired me to start playing historic in like colors as well. So
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Interesting.
yeah, but I
Iskandar says hello.
Oh.
Okay. Hi there, Iskandar.
I was gonna
Nice to have you here.
yeah.
So everyone who just tuned in, this is game 2 of
Mm.
round 1. Kelvin Chu is up against Zhongyi.
Yeah.
And we have 4C Omnath Blade against Jund Death Shadow. I'm Esmond, this is Zen.
Right.
So we're here to watch Kelvin stomp over
Yeah.
everyone.
No box breaks for now. For Joey. But yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the format of today, Esmond? So how will it go on for the rest of the games?
Yeah, so it's modern today, and they're playing double elimination. So as soon as they lose two games, they're out,
Mhm.
and then it's probably gonna be about 5 or 6 rounds.
Mhm.
Yeah. So at the end, we'll see the two undefeated people playing each other.
That's pretty
Yes.
cool. What are they playing
Well, not
for?
undefeated. one. You can have one loss. Yes.
Yes.
Not undefeated.
Yes.
Anyway, okay. So they've drawn their hands,
Okay.
and I think looks like they're thinking whether to keep. And I assume Zhongyi will be going first.
Yeah, I
think
think Swing always takes a play. It's very
Yes. So he's shocking in a Blood Crypt. Wow. For a
Swift Spear.
and a bauble. Wow. So getting the prowess trigger.
So he's playing Rakdos powers right now.
It's like a whole new deck.
Yeah.
Sorry? So just looking at Zhongyi's hand right now. Oh, hang on.
That's a lightning bolt.
That looks like a lightning bolt. Huh. Hang on, we don't see a lightning bolt in his deck list. So that could be something we might have to point out to the judges. But let's
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 continue to play,
continue
but
right now. So
Yeah.
this is interesting.
yeah, so What
That's
an interesting turn of
thoughts.
events.
Yeah.
Well, hello Reddit. Okay, but we say a 10-2, he's coming in with this member, he gets overgrown to mean shocking for sure.
Mm.
You know, you can always predict the line of the player. When he says like, oh, I'm gonna fetch shock Shadow.
Yes.
So
Always.
do you want to see my hand? So here actually I think the oust is quite a good choice, but also because that Noble Hierarch has resolved and we see Hallowed Fountain,
About two
Skyclave.
apparitions.
Yeah, two
My
apparitions
goodness.
in hand
yeah.
as well. So with two apparitions here, actually, you're not that scared of the apparition because bolting it kind of gives you back. Yeah, it loses the powers trigger.
True.
Yeah, but triggering a 3 mana card. For
Okay,
1
so
mana.
we have Matthew here, our head judge, and
Yeah.
just gonna point out the discrepancy that we see in Zhongyi's hand. There's a lightning bolt, which doesn't seem to be in his deck list.
Bolt,
So we think it's a bolt. Yeah.
Yeah, we think it's a bolt. But
Yeah.
sideboard and main deck don't have both. So either he
Yeah.
forgot or he don't know.
So just
Yeah.
making sure everything's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I think it's all above board here. Everyone kind of
Yeah.
knows each other.
Could
so-
be his handwriting. That's just really bad.
Yeah, we were blind and we didn't see it, right? If anything, that we are not super. Coming back to display, I think here you don't want to attack the symmetry. So taking out the Omnath
Sorry?
is interesting.
Ah, yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, because
sure.
you represent enough traits, and we do actually see that lightning bolt that we were talking about. It was casted, so it is a lightning bolt. So
It
there's
is a lightning
so we have to see whether it makes. And lightning bolting the mum here is great because you're slowing down the play by a 10. And next turn you're gonna represent another threat because we see a Tamagotch in hand, I believe, and we see another Scourge or Skyclave. Not shocking here. It's very interesting, Kevin.
Yeah, because we saw his hand and he has oust.
He has
right?
oust, yes.
So
Which means-
he purposely doesn't want to play that.
Yeah, because I think it's smart because what you're doing there is you're representing that Swiss Spear actually is 3 damage then.
Yeah.
Because you're shocking for it to oust it and you're playing at a disadvantage.
Right,
Yeah,
right. That
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, if you know that he's gonna play a creature most likely on turn
At
2.
least 56 cards.
Oh. So he forgot to roll lightning bolt.
Okay.
Yes.
So we've checked in with Zhongyi. He just forgot to write down the bolts. Missing 4 cards.
Yes.
So yes, if you're playing red, you should play bolt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Which answers our earlier question.
Yes.
Why play red
Why-
without
yeah,
the ball?
exactly.
So,
So mystery solved.
yeah, Mistress off here. So we see a polluted delta, he's fetching.
Yep. And wonder what he's gonna get.
Here
Because he has all
probably-
his colours, right?
Yep, he has
Yeah.
most of your colours now. So
Mm.
actually what he gets now can be indicative, like what kind of threat heavy does he have?
Yeah. yeah.
Another green represents Tamagotch, red
Red,
represents
mm.
another bolt
Swiss
to
spear.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is at 11 right now.
Mhm.
And that's pretty fast actually.
Yeah.
Turn 3.
It's turn 3.
Mm.
We're probably going to see 2 threats come out here. He can go Death Shadow now
Ouch,
as well.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So now the Skyclaves are not doing much.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're not doing much. They can jump block the Swiss Spear. So Swiss Spear is kind of on lockdown right now as soon.
Mm.
Gets in for that 1. We see a cast here for 3. He buys his lures as
Oh,
well.
hi Kenji. Good question. We
The decklist technically are open, it's just no source for
Yes.
them to be online
Yeah,
open.
yeah.
So they're open to all players, right? It's just that it's not uploaded.
yeah, the lists are actually open. Yes.
Yes, it's an open decklist format. It's just the viewers, the 2 of you.
We have 23 viewers right now.
Oh, we do? Okay,
Yes, yes,
so
yes.
we should have a Twitter. We can put it there. That might make more sense.
Yes, yes, yes. So
Discussing strategy on hand.
yes. This streaming thing is still kind of new.
Yeah.
So eventually, for sure, deck list
Yeah.
will be open and everyone will be able to see the list. But okay, so Kelvin has played a apparition, taking out the Swiss Spear.
Yep.
Mhm.
Interesting that you buy the companion here because Lures does come down next turn. You do have Mishra's Bauble. You represent as well another lightning bolt which takes out the. So you don't represent lightning bolt. You present quite a few things, but
Mm.
Lures is interesting. Thanks, Kenji, for joining in the humor. And I think it's our lack of preparation.
Yes. Good question. Good question.
So this is not legacy, sir. We're coming here. We're gonna see the another Hideo
Oh hey!
Teferi. So,
Wow, Japanese Teferi.
Yeah. So again, the Teferi does do quite a bit here in the terms of
Mm. Okay, so
Oh.
this is the card you were saying,
Yes.
Kologan's Command, right? So taking out the wow,
Oh, we
and
see
there's a Veil
Veil
Summer. So Veil, I think it's only in the sideboard, so
Yes.
he must have put both of them in.
and he drew the one at the right
Yes,
moment. to get it as
exactly.
well. So now
Yeah.
Teferi doesn't again reading the long line of text on the barn cards as well. You know a card is good when they don't have flavor text.
Yes, it's just filled with information.
Yeah. It's like money, print money. But here again, the Teferi does do a lot more in other matchups. It's interesting
sure.
left in. It did keep the Scourge at bay. But Jan, I mean, it does have instant speed, but he's also very comfortable playing at sorcery speed as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Lurus here so that he can get the bauble to fix his hand.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's what we see.
So Lurus here,
Mhm.
so good for it's essentially more card advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're seeing he's still choosing whether he's cracked it already. So the question is whether he's choosing to look at the top of whose library. I don't know if he.
I think he looked at Kelvin's one.
No,
His own?
Yeah, his own.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he did look at Kevin, but it's really quick.
Okay.
It was like a quick flash.
Hi Alfred. Yes. Unfortunately, we're not judges. But you know, this is.
Despite me asking you both whether I should be a judge.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Kelvin with his second apparition,
Yep.
taking out Lurus.
So this is interesting for Chongyi's side because he was aware of the cards in the hand. So he knew that there were two Skyclaves as well. So he played the Lurus into that. But again, that's why you play Jan. You want to have a diversity of threats, and we
Yeah.
can see in his hand he
Yeah.
has Scourges,
Yeah.
he has Tamagogs.
The threats
Yeah.
are just so abundant and
Yeah.
so many different kind of threats.
Yeah.
But Kelvin seems like he's prepared, and he seems to be quite comfortable now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in a good place. He
Mm.
has two Skyclaves. He has mana open to protect it. If he
Yeah.
needs.
He just needs an Omnath.
Mm. Yeah, he just
Or a stone. Oh,
Ooh.
Kozilek's return.
Kozilek's return.
Wow.
So are we gonna see a response here? No.
No, okay. So it resolves, and that's in his sideboard, right? I believe.
Yes.
4 copies. Yeah.
Yes, 4 copies. That's the real hit. So we see a 1/1 and a 3/3 blue spirits coming right now.
Yes.
Quick fetch as well. And this is great now because earlier, if he had played a threat a turn, Teferi technically buys 1 turn.
Yes.
So yeah, so now with the 2 illusions plus a creature coming, don't tap the Skyclave Scourge that fast. So,
Oh,
yeah.
good spot there, Alfred. So looks like Kelvin actually tapped the wrong mana. Oh. Alfred, you should be a judge.
Yeah,
we need
but-
you here.
Yeah, but
so-
players need to catch triggers, right?
yeah.
So I think we have to play through this point, but we will point it out.
Yes,
to
yes,
Be
yes.
a bit more cognizant.
I mean,
Like-
it's happened. We've seen a lot of misplays
Yeah.
on stream, so yeah, that was up to them to spot it. And I think maybe it wouldn't have made much of a difference anyway.
Mm.
He did have the double wide open.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so now Zhongyi's board is full of threats once
Mhm.
again, but the token goes away.
Yep. So you bounce the 3/3,
Mhm.
and the best one to bounce, you get a free draw.
Yeah,
We do see the Omnath and the Ren and 6.
there's another apparition.
Yeah.
And a Ren in 6. What? It's tough here because he only has 5 mana open, right?
Mm.
So
I think you go for the Skyclave to get rid of
the Scourge,
the
right?
Scourge,
Yeah, because the Scourge now represents lethal.
Yep.
And there we go. So apparition number 3 and
Ren
Ren
and
and 6
6 and
taking
pink.
care. Wow. So that's Kelvin's version of a board wipe. Right there.
Yes. Why play creatures where you can play planeswalkers?
Yeah.
Although I don't know if you saw, but I think on Reddit they were talking about how the original concept shop plays.
Oof.
I think a land has dropped on the floor. So,
Yes.
yeah.
It's only in a big
Yeah.
rush to play out all his
Yeah.
creatures.
This is a super diversified threat, like, you know.
That's all his threats, except
Yeah,
Swiftfield.
yeah. I think he has no cards in hand left.
Yes, nothing.
Yep. So he does have a representative 2/2 under the Skyclave if he gets to it.
Mm.
And we
Yes.
do see the Omnath
Omnath.
here.
So drawing Kelvin a card, and that's an
It's
on thin
thin
ice.
Oof.
That's another removal spell.
Yeah, so now he buys back the Arid Mesa, he
Wow,
gets the
gets
triggers.
the
on it,
life, yeah. And he can probably wipe the board, right? 3 land drops with the
Yeah.
Arid Mesa. Oh no, sorry, Omnath
Yeah.
doesn't wipe the board.
Omnath,
Yeah,
he won't,
Omnath
but
goes
he
to
will,
face, yeah.
he will oust on it.
Okay, so playing an oust,
Yeah.
targeting the Scourge.
He gains the life, so the Death Shadow dies as well. Now we know why he plays
Right.
it. Yep.
Excellent play.
Yeah. Synergies. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. The white didn't matter in the end, but
Yeah.
yeah, good to catch.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
So, okay.
Yep.
Coming to that, we see the Tamagov on the board now, but Tamagov as a single threat doesn't represent much more, and we see it also on thin
On
ice.
thin iced. Yep.
Yep. So it's a
So
scoop.
yeah, Zhongyi scoops it up. Wow. That was a comprehensive win, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, coming back from the Kozilek's return, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, but it's just the access to 3 and 2 mana planeswalkers, right? It represents so
Ren and
much on the
6
threat.
and Teferi, so much value.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
value and removal actually.
Yeah, exactly. And you see the problem here with the Jun list is that he's trying to interact with the planeswalkers after they've resolved,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's always going to be a problem because as long as the blue player has mana up or he has a Teferi in play, you can't really do that anymore.
I mean that Veil of Summer.
Yeah, that Veil
of Summer.
back
Wow.
breaking.
One
It's
mana
a
to
$8
yeah.
uncommon for a reason. And I
It is.
regret selling mine for 4 a piece.
Oh.
After
Bad
giving spares.
decisions.
But yes.
Yeah.
So overall, that is the first sort of feature match that we covered.
Yes, so
Yeah.
round 1 still has about 20 minutes to go, so we're just gonna wait till the other games are finished. We'll take a quick break and yeah, we'll see you in 20 minutes or less. And I don't think we're gonna feature the same people again, so we're gonna see winners from the previous game. We might see Kelvin again. There are actually there are two 4C Omnath Blades in the top 8.
Yep.
So yeah. Hope we see more variety of decks,
Yep.
and we'll see you all soon.
And it all becomes 4 Omnos Soup, then we just need
Omnath
another
Soup.
band.
Yeah.
Quick, wizards, quick.
All right, we will see you in
Yeah.
a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright guys, so we are back faster than expected because the matches have all finished up. So round 2 is here, and we have Reef Chair on Grixis Death Shadow up against Miguel Eldrazi Tron. And okay, so that's a Tron land.
Yeah, that's a very old school Tron. I believe that's the Antiquity version as well.
Into a relic.
Into a relic of Progenitors,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we see a Street Rave cycle.
Wow, so immediately just trying to get his life down. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so we have to stop for a while. Matthew, can you get the phone on the...
The life counter.
Yeah. So we need to get their life counter on the screen because we can't see it right now.
And we see an instant exile on the relic. Awareness there for Miguel, understanding that there is an angler coming out in this matchup, and that's
Yeah.
a terrifying thing you don't
Yes,
want to
it
face
is.
down as well.
Wow. For sure.
So the interesting thing here is that Miguel playing Eldrazi Tron has not revealed yet that he's Eldrazi Tron. It is open deck list, so if Reef has done the work, he'll be aware of it. And Eldrazi Tron actually has a slightly better matchup here because it runs Cavern of Souls. It's not playing into
I
the
see.
Planeswalkers as well.
Yeah.
And it has Chalice. So, bye bye all your 1-mana spells. Yeah.
Chalice on 1.
Chalice
That's
on
it.
1.
That's all he needs.
And this is not Legacy, so there's no Ancient Tomb City or Traitor.
Right.
Chalice, sure.
Yeah.
So there's no turn 1 Chalice. So
Okay, so we see the life totals here so that we know what their life is, and that's important because we have another Death Shadow player here.
yeah. What is a life total? But a resource. So we see actually the Death Shadow player bolting himself.
Wow. Yep. And I guess it's not that uncommon.
It's not
Right.
that uncommon,
Yeah,
but
it
it's very
happens.
early into the game.
Yes.
And I think the fear here is as well that
I see a Fatal Push in his hand,
Yeah.
so that's not going to do much.
I think there's a confusion on which turns they're happening right now as well.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
So trying to figure out which turn.
Yeah, so his Street Rave cycle on the end of Miguel's turn, which is correct.
Yes.
Correct. So
Because the cycles for free, you just pay
he's
life.
yeah, correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's Reef's turn 2,
Yeah.
and I see a Death Shadow in his hand.
Yep.
Yep.
See a Delta fetching as well, a Death Shadow.
Shocking it in.
Yeah. So here, I think if Reef's playing around the idea of Natural Tron coming down next turn, which we might just see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ouch.
it's a very terrifying position to be in
Yes.
as well.
Yeah, so shocking in a Watery Grave, and he's already down to 10, and this is turn 2.
Yep.
So this is exactly what he wants to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he wants to play a Giant Scourge at the Skyclaves
Yeah.
and come swinging for your face.
Yeah. Okay, so just taking a look at their deck lists. What do you see? Anything interesting?
Oh no, so there's no actual Scourge or the Skyclave for the Grixis controller. He's playing more the Snapcaster Mage variant here.
Okay.
You see a 3/3 Death Shadow come down.
Mm-hmm.
You see a Relic Progenitors being sacrificed to take out the
Exile, yeah.
entire graveyard straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there'll be a card drawn off as well.
Okay, so do you think he's just doing that for the card draw?
I think also because the angler here is he's always a threat. I think he's looking for. Oh, he just has Natural Tron.
Wow.
Okay, so Tron
Okay.
player with Natural Tron.
Yeah, it's very scary.
Does Reef scoop? Or
What's in his hand though? I
yeah.
didn't really take a good,
Yeah.
get a good look at
He's
his
playing
hand.
very tight with his head as well. I
Yeah.
did see a Khan the Great Creator, so there is a fetch for a liquid metal coating. I see he's just checking his sideboard now, so I think he's thinking of that line because 7 mana represents Khan and a 3 mana threat. So liquid metal, you can play it and activate it this turn, killing the Death Shadow or land. So it is.
And that's
it is
backbreaking.
yeah,
It
it
is
is
just.
yeah, it's very spicy right now.
Yeah, and Khan is right there
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
top of his hand, and yeah, you're right. So
we do see the card,
the
but the
card
problem
comes
now
up.
is the Grixis does have access to Stubborn Denial, but Miguel can play around it. He's left the land untapped, so it doesn't matter at this point. So Stubborn Denial is not actually going to eat much. So,
okay, so Khan resolves.
Yep.
And looks like he's going for the sideboard. So probably liquid metal.
He has a Searing Bridge, Liquid Metal Coating, a few Sorcerer's Spyglass as well. But I think here Liquid Metal makes the most sense. But we haven't seen the reveal yet.
No, not yet. Yeah, so just looking through his sideboard. Ah.
Oh, he took a Sundering Titan.
That's interesting.
Yep.
That is very interesting.
Oh, is that
That's-
Liquid? Is that
Hang on. Alright, we're
Yeah.
just gonna try our best to figure out what that card is.
Sundering Titan? Oh, Sundering Titan blows up a basic land when it enters the field of a basic land type.
Right.
So you can attack a land.
Yeah.
But
So
it's
it is
also a
Sundering
creature
Titan.
threat. I think it just wants to block it as well. Wait, ETBs.
Choose a land of each basic type and
Yeah.
destroy those lands.
It's a interesting choice to fetch right now.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna blow up all the swarms, I guess. right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I guess, but
yeah.
each base, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
he can get the swarms.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would hit
So
everything.
Yeah.
And okay, I guess
That's
Miguel
interesting.
Miguel's playing control Tron right now. He's locking him out of the matchup.
It's going for the Landy route.
Yeah. And we actually see he does play 4 Warping Whales. So that's something to pay attention to as well. So he does have access to Warping Whale now at a speed because he has the untapped land as well.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a Bloodstained Maya.
Mhm.
So that can survive, I guess. That Titan.
Yes, that does not have a land type on it.
And Death Shadow looks like it's going at Khan.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yep.
alright, guys. We started a bit earlier because the round one actually ended much earlier than expected. We have
Yep.
a lot of aggro decks today.
Yep.
So if you missed it, I think you can rewatch it if you want. But we will only be posting the final 2 games on
Yep.
the channel. So that would be sort of the semi-final and the final.
Yep.
This is round 2. We have Grixis Death Shadow against Eldrazi Tron.
Mhm.
And Miguel has gotten a Sundering Titan.
Yep. This is a
With
natural
Khan.
play.
Yeah.
So
natural Tron.
Yeah,
natural Tron. Yeah.
It also represents that either he has more Tron lands or he doesn't have a big track in his hand as well. So now we're gonna see because he's playing his hand relatively
Yeah,
close.
very-
we can't
very
really
close,
see
very close.
Much of it, and that's Reeve doesn't even play with his hand in his hand. So
He's just showing off his sleeves.
yes, which by the way I'm gonna buy because they're really
Yeah,
nice.
beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful sleeves.
Yeah.
Oh, so he does. Okay, he has a land.
A Ghost Quarters
Mm.
where he's playing the Sundering Titan
Yeah,
as well.
and there we see the Titan, and I assume he's gonna name Swamp. So Miguel is not Singaporean, right?
Miguel's not Singaporean, he's
Oh.
from Spain originally, but
Okay.
he and Sergio, his good friend, they work in the company here. They've been here for years, I believe.
Right.
So they
okay.
started playing actually when they were teenagers, and they play
Wow.
old school actually. So,
Wow,
Yeah, so
okay,
they play
okay.
all formats.
Okay.
The myth is one of that they actually have a full foil Jund deck, like OG Prince, which is like indicative of their age more than.
But I assume that communication is not an issue.
Yeah,
here.
no, Miguel
Okay.
speaks pretty good as well. The question is there a stubborn denial that we're gonna see here?
So Reeve is now floating the mana, I assume.
Mhm, yep.
And he's not. Okay,
Gra-
so
yeah,
the
graveyards.
the reason why Reeve's graveyard is exiled, cards are exiled, is because Miguel had a turn 1 relic,
Yep.
which was cracked. Yep. So that's a dismember.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this member targeting his Sundering Titan. It's not going to do much. He's just trying to get the Death Shadow bigger right now.
Yeah,
So Death
yeah.
Shadow's at 7/7 at this point.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he actually can take down the Sundering
It
Titan
can.
with 1 mana. So
But the thing is, I mean, Miguel is just in a commanding position here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Tron is doing Tron things,
Yeah.
right? He has access to 8 mana at the turn. The Grixis player, he does draw a polluted Delta, I believe, off the top.
Yes, looks like another fetch land.
Yep.
But he still can't, get through to Miguel. I think not in time. Miguel still has so many cards in hand.
20.
Yeah, and I think Reeve has just a few dead cards in hand. Like I see a Fatal Push.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's the Delta.
Yep.
Yep. So Titan jumps in front of.
So that's
Shadow.
beautiful play right now because by putting the Titan in front right now, it's a trade. But by fetching, he's going to make it 8/8, and by doing that, he actually takes out the Titan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But that puts him down to 3.
Which means he's just dead to a walking ballista.
Yes.
So ballista can come down for 4 and ping him for 3. So, but there is still the possibility of now a stubborn D. So stubborn denial now is probably going to hit everything.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's how many does he play in the main board?
I think he should be playing 4.
3. Okay, so
three
he has
in
3 in the
main
main
board.
and 1 in the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also a Teamer Battle Rage that could, possibly be lethal.
Wow, and look at his sideboard. He has 2 ceremonious rejections in the sideboard.
Yes.
So that's probably going to come in.
Yes, definitely coming in. And we're going to definitely see coming in. The sideboard here for E-Tron is a bit more interesting because it's playing its sideboard as a wish list.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
tries to have, it doesn't have as many flex slots as well.
Yep, so Titan goes away. And Reeve fetching again.
Yep, so putting himself down to 2. So Walking Ballista represents lethal.
Yeah.
Yep. We do see a Ula Monk in hand actually for
Miguel?
Miguel.
Wow.
Yes,
Ouch.
Yeah.
Can he cast it? He has
I don't think so.
10, he has 11.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is it Ula Monk or Emrakul?
Emrakul.
Yeah, it might be
Emrakul.
Emrakul. Yeah, he can't.
Okay. So he has an Emrakul in hand.
Yeah. It depends if he hits another Tron land on the top. Right?
Yeah, that's all he needs.
Yeah. Oh, so now we do see the angler come down as well. So it's 2 threats being diversified, and they've been delved as well.
Oh, Zensha, Alfred is correcting you.
Yeah.
Stubborn can't hit ballista.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Alfred. Yes.
Yeah.
Then, all power
So-
to Tron.
Tron for the win.
We see expedition map
Expedition
coming
map,
out. You see, being cracked right now, so he can get fetch. He can, get more mana.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, he needs a way to block and interact with the board.
Yeah. I guess the angler isn't that bad.
Oh,
It's
you're
more of
gonna
the
get
shadow.
a blast zone.
So that takes care of shadow.
Yeah, that takes out
that
shadow.
takes out shadow.
And
straight away.
And I would like to point out, despite the size of the shadow, it's not actually hit Miguel.
Yes.
This is why I have long advocated for fling.
well, he does have
Yeah.
Teamer Battle Rage.
Yeah, we
So
should.
that's something, you know.
It's a slower fling.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Yep.
Blast Zone immediately just sacrificed there.
Yeah, chonking down as well.
Yeah, Miguel's still at 20 life.
Yeah.
So he probably doesn't care about this hit from the angler.
Yeah, no, Angler's got 4 turns,
Yeah.
and Tron has a insurmountable lead at this point of time.
Yeah.
But he does have another Death Shadow,
Ooh,
actually.
okay.
Yeah.
Should he have waited then? I wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can't tell what that is.
That is Warping Whale. So,
Okay.
yeah, he's casting Warping Whale, but I have to see the modes. I think it's counters. I don't know what he casted it for.
He has a token of some sort.
I think he made the spawn.
Ah, okay.
Yep, he's making a Scion right now. So put a 1/1 color Scion, sack this creature, add 1 mana to your mana pool.
Right.
And we see him draw a temple, I believe? Yeah, a Drowsy Temple.
Drowsy Temple.
It's a Drowsy Temple as well. Doesn't help that he's not And yeah, so we do see the Meta Reshaper come down here. And we
First
see the
Eldrazi. For Eldrazi Tron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First Eldrazi. yeah.
Yeah.
But now we see actually that Tron is a bit of a bad position. He only has a token and a Reshaper to kind of put in the way. Alright.
He's just chump blocking all the way.
We can't really see the hands for both players.
They're just putting their cards face down.
Yeah, so there's not much instant speed reaction that's going to come out from the Tron player. So, you can kind of confidently play into that for Reef as well. The Scion is a 1/1. So Reef here, he can represent Lita in a multiple of ways. He can have does he run Fatal Push? He has Lightning Bolts as well. So
and I believe there is a push in his hand.
Yep.
Yeah, but he doesn't have red, so he doesn't have Battle Rage.
Yes,
yeah, for sure.
that's true.
Yeah.
So we do see
Yep,
a
the push there,
come down
taking
the
out
Scion.
the token. Yeah. So
You're going to sack it for the color because it sacks for a colorless right now. You're going to move to combat, colorless is going to disappear.
yeah, and he has to
He
jump in
has.
front of the shadow
Yeah.
once again.
Yeah. So now the clock is on. So Reef,
Yeah,
you're seeing,
yeah.
despite it not having the land standing around, right? Yeah.
But we did see the Emrakul in Miguel's hand, right?
Yep.
So
So we see a Thought Knot
thought
right
knots.
now.
Okay.
So we get to see the hand finally.
Yes, and that's another push.
Yeah.
I think in Reef's hand. Yep. And another angler.
Oof. Yeah, but Angular. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. For
So
those who
Miguel-
wondering what happened, that was a reality smasher that just came down and smashed the Death Shadow out of the zone. So you
Miguel
know.
just wanted to see what was in Reef's
Yeah,
hand.
yeah. You can see Miguel's a seasoned player. You have information and this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like to understand what your opponent is holding on is really great as well.
He had the win all along.
Yes.
So Eldrazi Tron taking out
Yeah.
that round.
Having
Very-
played
very
with,
good play.
with Miguel in many a team competition, I can say that was less BM, it's more of like fact finding mission.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So now we're going to the sideboard.
What can Reef do to help him here? There's ceremonious rejection, which, like I said earlier.
Yeah, cleansing wildfire.
Cleansing Wildfire, yeah.
Yeah.
2 copies of Cleansing Wildfire, and we're seeing that more and more in
Yep.
red decks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just great.
Yeah, so good against Tron.
Yeah. It's great against Tron. Some matchups you just want to get rid of the awkward lands on the player have as well.
Yeah.
And given that modern now with the bans, there's more grindy games because the decks aren't tuned. So
Okay.
sometimes people fetch out and then they get greedy with their basics. So that just represents destroy a land, draw a card.
Because they have no more basics.
Yeah.
Like we saw earlier, right? 4C Omnath.
Yep.
They probably play so few basics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't get around it, right? He has they played triumphs in the place of the basics as
Yeah,
well.
for
so,
sure. Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Yeah.
But
For greedy mana bases.
yeah, Plague
Uh,
Engineers, I don't think they're that great. honestly, the Eldrazi get way too big to deal with them. They do have Death Touch, which represents another way of interacting with the Eldrazi's as well. Because the Fatal Pushes here, they do a bit of time, but most of the
Not
Eldrazi,
much.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
not much, for sure.
They're big boys.
Yeah.
They're thick. So
I think we saw the pusher stuck in Reeve's hand for
Yeah.
since the start. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think he wants that in.
Yeah.
What about collective brutality though? Will that do anything?
I think it's
Not
always a good plan to attack the Tron player's hand.
Yeah.
But also, we have to remember that game, it did get very close, and Miguel had natural Tron.
True.
Yes,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah,
the natural
so-
Tron. Yes.
So without the reshaper as well, that was very, very close to coming
Yeah,
in, getting smashed in the face.
I mean, the
right?
Death Shadow was a 11-11. It was huge.
That's pretty huge, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, what about Miguel?
So Miguel here, we see him actually, he does run the dismembers as well, things that he can't fetch. So we're looking more at the things he can't get out of the sideboard. The Worm Coil Engine, I don't think you want to put it in your hand because Khan represents a lot more.
Yeah.
So Khan actually bought in one attack of the Death Shadow
Yeah,
earlier that
yeah,
game
yeah.
as well. And Snaring Bridge is something you might bring in, but you rather find it in a Witch Board.
Yeah, for sure. You don't want to. You want to have it when you need it, right? Yeah.
So I think if you do that, I'm bad at math, but having 4 cards to look for one, I
Yes.
think the odds is a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Khan, like you said, just soaks up the damage as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So it does so much.
Alfred, since you're in the chat, can you do the math of what's the odds of drawing a card in the starting hand? I'm sure you can write a program for that, right? But yeah, so that's mainly the stuff he's going to bring in is the dismembers. I wouldn't be surprised to see them in.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they... Ironically, Death Shadow is not a problem because we saw the Blast Zone coming
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
We don't see any kind of Scourge of the Sky Kings
Yeah,
as
there are
well.
no scourges. So
Yeah.
it takes out the anglers.
Yeah.
Can usually take out most of these other threats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting here. I think we will see more collective brutalities. We're going to see Kolaghan's Command come in for sure. Right? Because I think at the very end, Miguel kind of revealed that he is playing Eldrazi-tron.
Yes.
Yeah, so
We're
when,
doing Eldrazi.
yeah, so when they came down, you're like, oh yes.
Alright, so Reeve is starting out quickly here, taking 2 damage from the grave and into a Thoughtseize.
I love
And then we
art.
see, hey, it's a Khan.
Mm.
What are the odds?
Yeah, so we see the Khan straight away being
Yeah.
isolated as a key target
Yes.
as well. Is that? Do we see? No. Yes, he can. He doesn't have natural Tron, but he will have turn 3 Tron.
Because of the map.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
actually interesting here. If you take away the map, you turn off Tron for a few turns.
Yeah.
But you take off Khan, you turn away a lot of hit. So
Yeah.
what do you do in this situation here?
I don't know. I have never played Tron. But I will be very scared of turn 3 Tron.
Yeah.
So I think I would go more for the map.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think here actually is quite interesting. I think the map is scary. I don't care about the Warping Wheel at all.
Yeah.
But I think Khan is the worst here because he has 4 lands in hand. So even without natural Tron, he's getting to that card.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I think the expedition here, I would take away the card because map means sure he gets Tron, but
Nothing
he doesn't
else
have a
to-
threat.
mm.
You know. So but he does do with the map, and let's see whether that pays off. I have a nagging suspicion that
It won't.
Khan is going to come into play. But we do see stubborn denials, which I believe Alfred. Apparently that number is 39.9% according to source F.
Thanks, Alfred.
Thanks, Alfred. He's like a stats guy on the side.
Stats guy.
Remote stats guy. I feel like a professional cast now. Yeah.
Because so I was gonna say that Khan might not, Reeve might not be too afraid of it because
Yeah.
he has creatures, right?
Yep.
But the thing is that he already gets a value from the Khan
Yeah,
activation.
exactly.
So interesting, interesting
Yeah.
for sure.
And
We'll
also
see if it comes back to bite him.
But I do think I spy a stubborn denial.
Okay.
okay.
Well, there's another thought.
So yeah, now we know why. You
Yes.
take away the turn 1 play, and then you take
away
the
the
card.
And it's that's Emrakul.
That's Emrakul.
Emrakul, yeah.
Yeah, so we see Amarku. He's not gonna take the Amarku.
He doesn't get. Oh, he does.
He does take the Amarku.
Okay.
So
He's-
that kind of means that he definitely has stubborn denial in hand.
Ah,
So he's just waiting for the
right.
card turn to
Okay,
be played.
okay, yeah.
But are we seeing Reeve miss a land drop? We are. He's playing on the 1-lander right now.
Ah, yes.
But as I say that,
well,
casters
he's-
gives him-
So no, the answer is
Alright.
he got his land.
I have to say I'm a big fan of Reeve's aesthetic choices. He
For
has
sure.
the Zendika lands.
Very
he
nice.
has
The full
you know,
art thought seasons
yeah.
and fatal pushes.
That's a commitment that
Yeah.
I don't even have to like my significant other. So yeah, so it's a great play here. But again, the problem here is if Miguel just draws natural Tron and he taps out here for a threat, which I don't think he should. right? Because right now you're playing as the Grixis player. You're 9.
Mm.
You know his hand.
Yeah.
You know that he technically can't play Khan. But
Yeah.
if he draws it off the top,
Yeah.
he represents liquid metal. He represents ensnaring bridge. So it's scary here what he'll do. I think he should keep the blue open.
Yes, and just one blue. Yeah.
Even not just
So
representing.
looks
it.
like there is a Death Shadow in hand
Yes.
for Reef.
I think he should speak to Songy to get the signed ones after this game. So
Because they're more powerful, right?
Yeah.
Didn't help him though against Kelvin.
we do see the Warping Whale,
Yep.
so we get the Scion come back in as well. Which means now there is a card actually.
Ah, yes, because
Yep.
that's 1 mana right there.
Yeah, so actually he can get the card down if he hits natural Tron.
That's a waste.
That's a waste.
Yeah, that's a waste.
Yeah. So now he has to ask himself, is there a stubborn denial? But either way he has to buy it out. So he does get the Eldrazi Temple down.
Yep. So now he has an interesting decision. Because he's probably wondering why Reef did not take Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think now we're gonna see it. In response, he's gonna
Yep.
stubborn denial.
So,
Yep.
as predicted.
Very telegraph line, but a line
Yeah.
nonetheless.
Yeah.
Hand count size 3.
Yeah.
Death Shadow at 4. But Tron is still very healthy.
Well, it is a 5-turn clock.
Yeah.
And if Reef has anything else, like, I see a bolt actually. He could
Yes.
bolt himself.
He could ball himself.
So that would represent a lot more damage. But okay, so
Yeah.
Tron taking first damage.
And we see
Ah.
natural Tron. No, natural Tron. We see just Tron, I guess. And now we see a
Oh,
walking
my
ballista.
goodness. No, Worm Coil.
Sorry, well, yeah, worm coil, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just a problem right now.
Yeah, it is. Okay, but that's
Ceremonious
Ceremonious rejection.
rejection.
Wow. So Reef just had
Yeah.
all the answers there.
Now we know why he kept a one-land hand.
And Miguel
Claps
just clapping for Reef. Yeah. So like we said, the 2 rejections in
Yeah.
Reef's sideboard definitely going in for sure and doing so
Yeah.
much. Just
So-
1 mana taking out a Worm Coil engine. Wow.
Yeah, so keeping a very... he kept a one-lander on the back of a Death Shadow, Stubborn Denial as well.
All right.
He lightning bolts himself.
Bolting himself. So he is down to 6 and
At this position, I find it a bit strange that he bolts himself because in the very last game, he also lost to a Reality Smasher.
Right, yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
again, he's putting himself very close to that threat.
Mm.
And Reality Smasher plus Warping Whale, which I believe the mode can actually buff the Smasher to a lethal range. So, yeah. So I'm gonna... Yep.
but Warping Whale. Okay, so he has 4 copies of Warping Whale.
Oh no, it doesn't count. It
For-
counts as sorcery, yeah.
So as long as he's above 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's
So-
stepping out. He got counted, sorry. Did
No,
we miss
Miguel.
it?
No, Miguel's just reading the
Oh, just
rejection.
reading as well.
Probably never got hit by it.
He did clap.
What is that? What is that?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah. Why is this 1 mana blue spell killing my 6?
Yeah. Definitely a meta call, I think, that one.
Yeah.
Mm.
I have a foil playset. I'm very happy I do.
Because it's quite useless otherwise. It just takes out colorless things.
Yeah, but with the bans coming into play, Tron has come back into strength, right?
yeah,
so
yeah.
everyone's playing big mana. I mean, it didn't make sense to play Tron when the guy with Uro is doing the same things as you.
For 3 mana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tap 7 mana, play a 6/6. Okay, cool. I'll play a 3 mana 6/6 as well. But I'll draw a card.
And gain life.
And lay a land.
Oh wow, okay, so Reef here
Yeah.
actually going down to 5.
So he opens his up to lethal as
Yeah,
well.
so who knows, he might have an
Yeah,
answer for the
correct.
Smasher, right?
Oh, is that a beta basic as well? What a gorgeous deck the Reef has. Yeah, after this game, I'm gonna go look at his deck. Oh, sorry, is that Alpha?
My goodness.
Oh,
It's
wow,
old.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
As we say that Miguel is playing Antiquity, so we're just getting a treat in terms of aesthetics.
Visual
right
treat,
now.
yeah, for sure. Okay, so
No blocks.
getting smashed. And I think he does that because it's
Yeah.
a 2-turn clock, right?
Right.
And there we go.
Yeah.
So Reef has a blocker.
So now he's a blocker. He's not sketched at the Smasher as well.
Yeah.
The Emerald's out of hand, so he knows that even with that, it's not there. And I think actually Grix is gonna take this game.
Yep, looks like it. So he's keeping the instance there just for
Yeah.
Snapcaster,
Yeah.
for sure. Representing the
Yeah.
Snapcaster. And let's see what Miguel has.
Yep.
Yep. I see a map and
A
a
map.
waste.
Map in a way is
Yeah,
interesting. So
so not great.
he can get the Death Shadow. He can buy himself one more turn.
Mm,
If there is no Snapcaster this turn, he still has the game.
yes.
But you can just Snapcaster on your own turn and cast the Lightning Bolt for the win.
Yeah.
So seeing the Blast Zone shenanigans come
Once
back
again.
I remember War of Sparks first came out, I opened a pre-release foil. It was going at $20. I flipped it so
20
fast.
bucks.
Yeah,
Wow. That's a good one to
That was
open.
like $5.
Yeah. But it's still useful.
Mm.
Okay, so Reef,
Yeah.
I think if he had the Snapcaster, he would just,
He'll go for it
yeah,
now.
no
yeah.
hesitation, right? But otherwise, yep, so does not have it.
So Tron actually still has a window to come back. We see a Scalding Tarn come down, one card in hand representing some form of interaction.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay,
a Thought Knot
Thought Knot.
there.
Yep, that's decent. And Feed the Swarm.
Feed the Swarm.
Okay.
You don't want to be casting Feed the Swarm anytime soon.
Yeah.
So there's Exile as well. Now we see a blocker come down. So the game is kind of locked out at this point. Miguel has one card in hand.
Yes, one card.
Yep.
And Reef has one card now that he drew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both plays at 5 and 3 HP.
And they're just gonna trade, looks like.
No, Thought Knot is actually smaller. It's a 4-4.
4-4, yes.
Yeah, but Thought Knot also allows now him to see another card.
So Reef draws there.
Again, Snapcaster
Yeah.
Lightning Bolt, any point of time is lethal.
Yeah. Well, now he has lethal on board. So
Yeah.
Reef, I think he drew a Thoughtseize. I saw.
I don't think you thought this here.
Yeah, no, for
Oh,
sure.
he might go for it actually. Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Because he understands he's dead either way to another smasher. It doesn't matter whether the smasher comes in or not. So he gets
So
to see
just
the card.
seeing the last
It's the last
waste.
It's a waste. Yeah, the slow reveal, right? The slow
Just,
slow rolling him.
It's not a smasher.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
So we see here actually he's sacking his own he's using the Ghost Quarter to find another ways as well.
Yeah. Just thinning his deck, maybe.
Yeah.
Hoping
his
to
deck.
find something big.
You know, I think he's been hitting lands on the top.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
you
for
get
sure.
annoyed your deck. You're
Yeah.
just like,
I mean, land
Yeah.
expedition map.
Yeah.
It's useless.
yeah. So all comes down to this draw.
There we go. Yep, he drew a land.
I drew a land. And with the aggressive land flick, he scoops. So we're gonna get a game 3. So yeah.
That was a good game though.
Yeah.
It
Reef was
yeah.
holding his breath.
Yeah. And he was really deciding on whether or not to damage himself. Going down to 5 is a big decision,
You
right?
saw his hands in his head when
Yeah,
he's thinking
yeah,
of the tossy. He's like, what can I lose to? The waste. Yeah. So okay, now we're gonna see Tron go first, so which is gonna be a lot better for Tron because if he does get that expedition map resolved
Ooh,
turn one,
Yeah. I mean, the first game he turned 1 relic, which helped as well, right?
Yeah.
So anything on turn 1 is pretty good.
yeah. Especially for a deck that wants to go late, if you have turn one plays, you're not just passing as well.
Yeah. So I don't think they're gonna make any changes here.
Mm-hmm. I think the Grixis might remove some stuff on the play. I think the Feed the Swarm actually wasn't that helpful.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's only 1 in the sideboard, so he
Yeah.
put it in just for more removal. I
yeah,
guess.
more removal. It also helps you reduce your life count.
Yeah.
Because you eat the damage from it as well.
I think it's
but-
at sorcery speed though.
Yeah,
so
it's a bit of a weird card to have in. I
Yeah.
think maybe on the play you want it just remove blockers so you can go in for the win.
Mm.
Here you might take it out. But the ceremonious rejection. So
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, backbreaking.
I think Miguel will stabilize off the back of that for
For
sure.
sure.
Yeah.
The worm coil engine, just so hard to get through. Alright, so all shuffled up, and let's go to
Game 3.
game 3, yes.
So here as a Grixis player, what would you want to see in your starting end?
Whew. I I don't play Grixis, I gotta say that.
That's why we're friends. So Storm players. But what we said did come to
Wow, okay.
pass. Yeah. So seeing the
No Tron land though.
yeah, no Tron. It's indicative for his hand, but he kept it, which means that he has interaction as well.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see 2 cards when the Thoughtseize starts to get resolved.
I see a chalice.
Oh. Okay. Yes.
I saw a chalice. So Reef, shocking in a
Shocking.
grave, and
I'm pretty sure we will see a Thoughtseize here.
yeah.
I have not seen a Death Shadow player not play Thoughtseize.
Yeah. He's done that for the past 2
Yeah.
games.
Yep.
So there we go. Tapping 1 black. Yeah, there we go. It's a
It's
Thoughtseize.
a beautiful Thoughtseize as
Yeah.
well.
So now we'll see what's in Miguel's hand.
Okay.
And Thought Knot's here, right on top.
Emrakul
again.
Oh, it has to be the
so,
chalice,
Yeah, it has
right.
to be the chalice. So 2 lands, Emrakul and Thought Knot.
Yeah, we see actually he's quite far off from getting the Tron on. So he's not much play in Miguel's hand actually.
Yeah,
What
I
do you
think he
think
was
here?
he was definitely banking on the chalice.
Yeah, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, here you just. I'm sorry, but like, I like how composed Reef is. He's taking his time to think about
Yeah.
it. I would have been throwing the Reef's chalice across the side of the table.
Just get out of there.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll pay for it. Just get out. It's gonna be reprinted. It's useless.
How many does he have actually in his board?
He
In
would
his,
run, I think, four.
Yeah, 4 chalice.
Four. Yeah. The main reason you play the Eldrazi version is to have that chalice.
All right, so Miguel just showing Reef from the bauble.
Mm.
I think I saw a relic of Progenitus. Yep. So he drew into it, and
It's okay.
Yep.
It gives him a play on distance. Well, he
Mm.
can. He does want to fetch with the map, but he's not close to having Tron as well.
yeah,
So the fear is like it's so surprising that it's only been one turn and you see 3 cards in the graveyard
I know, right?
of
Yeah.
Grixis, right? Yeah, so you see it straight away. You see the Progenitus kind of because you want to turn off the Angler.
yeah, for
Death
sure.
Shadow right now is non-existent.
Yeah.
He can play it. It will die. Yeah.
Well, depends if he has a fetch.
Yeah,
fetch
right.
Land, yeah.
And we see the other board come into
Mhm.
play as well. Future Sight,
Okay,
Street
Street
Wraith.
Wraith. Down to 13. And does he have... Oh, another
That's
Wraith.
Street Wraith.
Looks like he's missing lands, actually. Looks like he's digging for lands.
Yes.
Oh!
Yes,
There we go.
Yes, but he's off red right now.
Yeah,
he does have
is.
2 lightning bolts in hand, I believe, as
Mm,
well.
Yeah. So I would say both of them not keeping great hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the game 3 kind. I need to fight my opponent.
Yeah.
Which,
But the fact that Reef had,
Yeah.
Street Waves to cycle
Yep.
through. So there we go. Death
Yeah.
Shadow.
2/2 Death Shadow.
2/2 Death Shadow.
yep. So second the graveyard here is great
Mhm.
because Angler can't come down because it's just a basic.
Yeah.
So you see him he does pick up the card.
Ooh,
and he-
okay.
he's very close to Tron.
Yeah.
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 Thought Not See here is gorgeous as well because like it comes down, it represents a threat, it blocks the shadow very effectively.
Yeah.
You get a look at opponent's hand, and the next turn you crack Tron, you play card, and you're setting up. So
So scary.
for a
It's so
position of
scary.
almost nothing,
Yeah.
Tron has managed to find the right bullets. So,
I think the land was the missing piece.
yeah,
For sure.
yeah, it's a signed one as well. I have a thing for signed lands.
I can tell.
Yes, my UZ is signed for a reason. Although now
Alright.
people tell me it's damaged. No, it's not. We see a dismember coming
Okay.
down
Yep.
immediately as well. So now
So
Death
taking
Shadow.
out the blocker. Mm.
Death Shadow is coming in for 6.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. Oof. Okay.
That's rejection, right?
Yes.
Ceremonious rejection.
So
So
he-
3 cards are dead actually. Oh no, but he has a fetch land.
He does have a
Yeah,
fetch land, so he
okay.
can open
Mm.
the raid for the Colligan's
Mm.
command. So Colligan's command here is it's okay, but
It's okay.
yeah, it's okay for the longer game. But what I think Miguel is happy to see is that his strats are kind of fixed on the same idea.
Yeah.
That means Miguel in his head is like, maybe I just fetch the Blast Zone.
Yeah.
I take out the Death Shadow
Yeah.
and there's no clock.
And if he gets rid of the rejection
Yeah.
here, then he's free to play whatever he wants
Yep,
to, right?
yep.
So definitely going for
Yeah.
the counter spell that broke him last game. I would say.
Yeah. $10 card taking out a 25-cent card.
No, 25-cent card taking out.
Yeah, that's true. But now you thought here to take out 35 cents.
Yeah.
Ceremonious. What a beautiful card. You see the turns pass as well.
Mm.
Oh,
So
I think
he's-
there's a Timo Battle Rage. I think that's a game.
Ooh. No, but he only has a 1 red source, right? So fetch shop. He's
Fetch
down
shop.
9.
He's
off.
7 already.
Yeah, but Grixis, Death Shadow becomes a 9.
Oh, it's 9. Yeah, the
Oh,
max
Battle
you
Rage
can-
+1.
Yeah, Battle Rage is +1, does it?
Yes.
Yes, so can he have lethal? He will go down to 6 is
Yeah,
plus
yeah,
3,
yeah.
so it goes up to 9 plus.
+1, yeah, 10
Yeah.
times. Wow.
If there is a Battle Rage, is that?
Is that a Battle Rage? Okay, so he's
yeah.
playing the Delta. And we're all interested to see. He's doing the math. He's doing the math. He's doing the
thinking,
math.
he's thinking
Yeah,
himself.
yeah.
Because if he does it wrong, he opens himself to a reality death as well.
Yeah. So he has to get this right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Battle Rage here would be lethal. And that would be what a way to end the game actually. What a way to end the game. This is round 2, so we still have 15 minutes left in the round.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of aggro decks in the field today, so it might be faster
So
than
no,
that.
Timur doesn't give the +1/+1. So he just gives it double strike.
Okay,
so
and
ferocious.
trample.
And trample is
Yeah.
ferocious. So he is one. He is two off. He's two
Yes, 2 off.
off. Yeah.
If that is a battle reach. I
They flick so fast,
Yeah. The card flicking is.
Yeah. So he does it immediately. He's fetching shocking. So he goes from
Mm.
7 to 4. Death Shadow's a 9 right now.
Yeah. So I'm just looking through his deck as well. Just seeing what he has.
So he does go to Steam Vent. He
For
needs
sure.
the colors as well to fetch
The
it.
red. Mm.
Now the question is, can Miguel come back from this?
You saw a Khan in his hand, right?
I saw a
yeah,
Khan
There's
in
a
his
Khan
hand.
in his hand. And he
If he assembles Natural Tron, he has a chance. If he
Mm.
just draws the Tron land, sorry.
Yeah, because wait, can he crack the map and find he can get the third land?
He can get
And
the third
then-
land, he play the Khan, but he can't equip metal.
Oh, okay. So Reef here is tapping out, and
Oh, he is Kolonga command to kill the map.
yeah, wow.
So we see Grixis actually making a great comeback here.
Yeah.
And discard a card, right?
And discard the card, yeah. Not the random.
Oh,
right?
no,
Yeah,
no.
not the random.
It's not madness anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Emrakul, yeah.
So Miguel here really has to find the land.
I think finding Tron land here represents a lot more
Yeah.
things that he can possibly do.
That's a cavern though. So yeah. Looks bad for him. For sure.
So we see a Khan.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I don't think it does much, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there any 0 mana card he can fetch right now?
Don't think so. What would you get actually?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
he's fetching Chalice from Exile.
Ah, right.
But
Because it was exiled with a
Yeah.
relic. Okay,
Yes.
okay. But is that
isn't
enough?
he dead? No, he's not dead on board. He's still at 20 health, sorry.
Ooh, I think
yeah,
I
We
saw
forgot.
that was a battle rage.
Okay, now
I
it's a
saw a
battle
battle
rage.
rage, yeah.
But can he get it down to the health?
No, he can't, he can't.
So it's but he
Yeah,
does have
yeah.
2 lightning bolts in hand.
Yeah, but he only has one red source.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is why we are casting and not playing the
Yes, yes, yes. Because we need 2 brains to figure out what one person is doing.
To be fair, we're figuring out what 2 people are doing.
Okay, yes. Alright, so
But yeah.
Reef here going straight to face.
Yeah.
And
He's gonna bolt
Yep.
the card.
Bolt takes care of Khan.
Ooh,
Death
for another
Shadow.
Death Shadow. So
Yeah.
again, Blast Zone here. On the top.
Yeah. He doesn't get it, I think.
I think this is gonna be a scoop right
Yeah.
now. I think he has lands all the way.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, he has.
Oh no,
threats
there
on
was
the
no battle reach.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
another
okay.
angler. Yeah, but again, the Tron player just flooding out, which is,
Yeah.
I think a lot of players will be happy. Draw lands. Why
I mean,
don't
after
you?
the first game,
yeah,
he natural Tron, and
Yeah,
that was
so-
just crazy.
that's a good series. I think we're
Yeah.
seeing the strengths of both matchups here and why
For
people
sure.
prefer the Grixis because you're always representing counter magic.
Yeah,
you know.
just with just one blue, there's so much
Yeah.
of so many things you can do.
Yeah, and Snapcaster also coming back into the,
Yeah.
the meta as well.
Yeah, so
Go
good.
pick up playsets if you haven't. They're like 40 apiece right now, so it's pretty decent.
All right, so that's it for round 2.
Mhm.
We'll be back with round 3. This was a good matchup. I
Yep.
think good game, and yeah, it's about 11 minutes left in this round. So we'll
Yeah.
see you in about that amount of time,
Yeah.
and hopefully we get to see more decks because so far we've seen 4C Stoneblade, we've seen 2 Death Shadow decks,
Yes.
and Eldrazi Tron.
2 variants of Death
2
Shadow,
variants,
so-
yeah, yeah. So yeah, let's hope we see more decks, and we'll see you all soon.
can they start?
Okay. Can.
Yeah, I mean, later we talk about it.
Round 3, right?
Yeah, round 3.
Round 3, 2 people eliminated already.
Okay, good
Both
to go.
the burn players, right?
Huh?
The burn players.
What was she playing?
Alright guys, welcome back to Games Haven. This is round 3 of our February 1K series. They started already. Even though they were
Yeah.
supposed to wait for us. But, so Zhongyi here is back at the featured match table and playing Jun Death Shadow against his round 1 matchup, which is 4C Omnath Blade.
Yes, and I can't tell what the Texans version of that art is.
Mana League, I think.
Oh, it is gorgeous Mana League.
Yeah. So Jason playing the same deck as Kelvin Chu in round 1, which is 4C Omnath
Yeah.
Blade. And we see Zhongyi straight away going down to 15 life. So that was fast.
Tracking life with the Death Shadow players is it's not fun today.
yeah. Making life difficult
Yeah.
for us.
But we saw the early turn 1 Thoughtseize, and then we see him take away the Stoneforge, and now with the Ren and 6 coming down, pinging the the Noble Hierarch as well.
Yeah.
So Tongi just coming up with all the answers
Yeah,
this
man.
time.
Wow.
Coming back with a vendetta against the Stone player. I think we sense a rivalry brewing as well. He plays a Bauble as well. He's gonna Bauble.
At his own deck, looks like.
Yeah. No, I think he actually
Oh,
Baubled,
alright,
but then Jason had moved to draw, so he just showed what he drew.
That's a Battle Rage.
Yeah,
We're
now
finally
we
seeing it. Yeah.
let's give Battle Rage to Ren and 6. Let's go.
Mhm.
Yes. What we do see a Swift Spear in hand. We see a Fatal Push as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now. So we see him manage to draw the Bloodstained Maya. So everything coming out Chongi this time around better than that first game when
For sure. He was
couldn't-
missing his colors and like.
he was basically playing the Rock at one point of time.
yeah, Golgari Death
Yeah.
Shadow. And we didn't see his Ren and 6 actually
Yeah.
in that matchup. We only saw Kelvin's Ren and 6.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Right,
Did
the
so much
mirror.
work, yeah.
So now we see a Fetch coming out as well. We see a Triumph.
Triumph,
Yeah,
yeah.
Triumph coming tap is just a natural play here.
Very familiar play patterns.
Yeah.
And actually Jason and Kelvin, I know they practice a lot with this deck against
Right.
each other. So I think they're very familiar with the regular play patterns
Mm.
and how to interact with other decks.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think we're seeing the Bun deck evolve altogether. We're seeing the Bun deck evolve. It started off with the whole Collector Company, and then it went
Right.
into the Squirrel Blade.
Yes, Squirrel Blade. Oh, with Toski, right? That was hilarious.
Yeah. If you told older players what the state of Magic was, it's quite funny because I saw this meme about
Uh-huh.
if you go back in time and you show Questing Beast
Uh-huh.
and Astrolabe to a old player and you tell them that one card's going to be banned in multiple formats and see play and one card is never see Fringe play at best.
Yeah.
Choose.
Yeah. Such a
Yeah.
it's a funny world we live in.
Yeah. So we do.
Tongi buying the Lurus into his hand.
Yep. He does get a Swift Spear, gets a Chonkin as well.
Yes. Alright, so Jason has yet to really put anything on board, actually.
Yeah. He does have the Mana Leak and the Hallowed Fountain revealed as well.
Mm.
So he does have the 4th land, which he is choosing to
Mm.
shock for now.
Is that for okay, so Hierarch?
Yeah.
Sure.
He always wants to keep the threat of the Mana Leak open right now.
For sure. Never wants to tap
Mm.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, Death Shadow plays at such a low mana count.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So he's like, okay, sure, you counter my 1 spell, I'll play another that's a 1
Yeah.
mana spell.
Oof. And Thoughtseize there,
Mm-hmm.
revealing Jason's hand. That's
It's
Spell
a-
Snare? And
It's a
Owls?
Spell Snare, it's Owls, and a
Mm.
Mana Leak. So not really
And
much
a-
going.
and a
I
land.
think.
Yeah. So really nothing much. Just Zhongyi taking the removal there.
Yeah, he's gonna shoot the mum again. So,
Yeah. So everything's
it's coming up, Jun Shadow right now.
Yeah.
Here we're seeing the backbreaking power of Ren and 6 and the lack of symmetry
for
here.
sure. Yeah. Ren
Yeah.
and 6 just so strong.
Yeah, and the fact that Tongi got to go first, Thoughtseize, attack the hand,
Mm,
play
mm.
out confidently as well.
Oof.
Oof! Forgot everything we said, he just played the Omnath, so he draws the
Jason
card.
doesn't care about his counter
Yeah,
spells.
that was a snap play.
Yeah, just draw and play it.
Yeah. I love how Omnath first came out. People were like on the fence and then they started to climb on the bandwagon and at one point they was like, oh my god, this guy is insane.
Well, that's why it got banned in
yeah,
standard, right?
yeah. Like instantly.
Instantly, yeah.
We were buying out playsets for like $160.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we see there just Omnath coming in immediately gaining life.
And see a Dismember put onto the stack.
Mm. Yeah.
So he's choosing to pay actually one of the lives. He's not paying
Hmm.
full cost for it as well. We do see the fetch in response, getting the planes.
So he gets the second trigger off Omnath,
Mhm.
but I don't think that matters, right?
Yeah, not at this particular point right now.
Yeah. So, Wonder if there's a reason why he's choosing to fetch now. And he gets a planes.
Well, basic planes. I think he just doesn't want to lower his life total, but he also could represent ours as well.
Right, yes.
No, so he chose to mana leak it. Did he? Because the Omnath is still in play.
Huh.
Yeah. So with the mana triggered from
Yes,
with
okay.
the mana
So
triggered,
he's
he
using,
paid for the mana leak.
okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Figuring out some complicated lines of play.
Yeah.
So Omnath getting him the 4 mana, and that's why he wanted it, right?
Yeah.
To cast mana leak. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now he's showing the fatal push with the
Yeah,
fetch. So yep. So you can see that they're obviously narrating their plays beforehand. You know, it's just more efficient. Very Singaporean magic style.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push your thing.
Yes.
I'll show you in a minute. Hold on. Because I flicked my cards out of proportion. There's a prowess trigger also, by the way. You see the lures, you see another bobble. So now, you know, it's
So
going to
2
talk
prowess triggers, and that's another
Yeah.
Omnath.
See another Omnath in hand. But we do see 2 Scourges of the Skyclave, a lightning bolt in hand as well.
Yes, but Scourge can't come up because of the spell snare.
Yes.
But he's probably just going to play it anyway because Luz is out, so he doesn't really care, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But right now he doesn't have the mana to spell snare because it's a white source that he kept.
Yeah.
So that was the interesting choice there.
Yeah.
So he gets in for
3, I believe.
Yeah, 3. So he should be down to.
Huh.
Why did not take life totals?
Alright, anyway.
Yeah.
Omnath comes in.
Yeah.
So.
He's reminding him of his own
Reminding him
bubble
about the
drill.
bubble. And Jason here.
So technically it's the same.
Yeah.
Maybe they
Yeah.
they both count. Because to be fair, that was a symmetrical knowledge as well. Greetings from
Hey,
Germany.
Hi Magnus, nice to have you here. We're playing Modern today.
Yeah.
This is our monthly 1K event, and this is round 3.
Yeah.
We have some interesting matchups. 4C Omnath Blade up against Jun Death Shadow.
Yeah.
Currently looks like what do you think? Jun Death Shadow?
Yeah.
Better position right now.
I think right
For
now
sure.
he's gone to the board. We see as well as the lightning bolt.
Yeah, and wow, that Ren and 6 has just done so much work.
Sorry,
'Cause
how did the lightning bolt kill
Ren
the
and
Omnath?
6.
Oh,
So,
Ren and 6.
yeah.
Yeah. I was confused. Like, what's going on? Ren and 6 is carried again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very early in the morning right now, Magnus. So Guten Morgen. Yeah. So we see the games taken as well. We just see that the threats.
Yeah.
So
many
Banachi,
threats,
Banachi runs actually quite a very. I wouldn't say it's a high mana count, but a lot of them take the 3 and 4 slots.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Yeah, so they're not going to have the chance to carve. You know?
And his Hyrox just kept getting taken out, so that really slowed him down a lot, I think.
But I mean, to be fair to Jason, he was playing them aware that there was an active Ren and 6 on board.
I mean, I think Songyi also just drew into so much of his removal.
Yeah.
Like, we saw Dismember, we saw Push, Lightning Bolt, everything came out for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great. I think this is the hand he would have wanted against Kelvin.
For sure.
Yeah, and on the play, getting the the Omnath to resolve.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Ren and 6 as well.
But yeah, Jason here, so with very similar list to Kelvin Chu, might be the same list actually. So Oriok Champions, 2 Veil of Summers again.
Yeah, 2 Veil of
And 2 On Thin Ice and Ether Gus as well. So quite a lot of things that he can bring in.
Yeah, I just noticed something very interesting about both their lists is that they actually one runs. So Jason actually went up 1 Weather the Storm. They both actually run 2 Battle Skulls, which is such a heavy cast. Actually.
Yeah. So we're comparing Jason and Kelvin's list.
Yes, you're right. No, it's about similar.
About the same.
Yeah, about the same. I think they obviously practice one another. But I think just a call against the field that there are quite a few Storm players. I myself love Storm, bringing Storm, but I'm horrible at it.
Although there are also, Tron players.
Yeah.
And Field of Ruin is... You need that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. But against the Eldrazi Tron, you just want to take out the cavern and then you can play your game of
yeah,
Magic.
exactly.
So it's interesting to see. Here, I think we expect to see again the same Ethergas coming in, more Ontinized, Veil of
Veil of
Summers.
Summer, yeah.
I don't think you want to bring in Force of Negation because you kind of against a hand disruption deck, you don't want to pitch your own card.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
And you never want to pay full cost for that.
Yeah, correct.
What about Oriel Champion though?
Aura Champion is interesting.
Might be worthwhile.
It might be
Yeah.
worthwhile. It's protection of black and red, so it hits like 2/3 of his deck.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's not a lot of green removal.
Yeah.
But if there's a big boy Tarmogoyf on the field.
Yeah, that's why there's Ether Gas, I
Yeah.
guess. But so a lot of different ways to sideboard
Yeah.
against here.
It's quite funny that you think about it that Ariok Champion and Tarmogoyf are now about the same price.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
That's
It's
crazy.
insanity. It's
Yeah.
insanity right now.
So reprint that, please. Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna reset the
Yeah, life
life
totals.
totals. And Alright, if you're joining us now, this is game 2 of round 3.
Mm-hmm.
And we are... Zhongyi has taken this one. He's currently 1-0. And I just realized I forgot to start the timer. So we're currently, I think, probably about 20 minutes in.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's probably about half an hour left in this round.
Yeah. I think we just add extra time.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's okay. Matthew,
fine.
our head judge, will handle that part. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
This is just alright. Okay, so looks like they are finished up with sideboarding.
Here comes the shuffles as well. Loving the aesthetic choices from sleeves and stuff like that.
These Dragon Shield sleeves, man.
Yeah, it's all styling on everyone right now, right?
Because they know they're gonna be on camera.
Yeah.
they're hoping at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The minute to shine, get recognized.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is round 3, and only the final 2 matches, so the semi-final and the final, will be posted onto our channel. Otherwise, you can look through the whole stream.
Yep.
And this round 3 matchup is
Yeah.
actually the same as our round 1 matchup.
Right.
Alright, so let's see what they have in their hands.
So I see an early Tamagov, Swiss Spear,
Spear,
3 lands, I believe.
Yep. Jason has a bunch of lands, and looks like spell snares as well. Ether Gust, maybe.
Oh, so he's keeping the land. So yeah.
I think he wants lands, right?
Yeah, he
definitely
does.
wants
Yeah.
lands.
A spell snare is
one.
great as well. We're gonna see the Swiss Spear come down and chonk you for 1 again. Down to 17.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to find out how to reset the play counter.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't swipe it.
Yeah.
Press it.
Okay, we see a fetch as well.
Right. Okay.
Fetch. Why would he? He should only be at 9. Oh no, he took the
Yeah, he
damage.
took one from
Yeah, so
Swiss
Swiss Spear. I was like, yeah, beautiful triumph as well.
Yeah. So this Jund Death Shadow deck, like you were saying, just has so many threats and overwhelmed Jason the first game.
Yeah.
How did Calvin win though? That's interesting.
Because
Just
he,
all-
he didn't get the red, so he had two Swiss Spears in hand. It was just chilling there for a very long time.
And he had so many apparitions.
Yeah, he had so many apparitions.
Okay, so I did see Jason draw into On Thin Ice, and he does have a snow land, but he
Yeah.
chose not to play it. Probably aware that
Yeah.
Zhongyi has bigger threats to deal
Exactly.
with. Right?
Yeah. You're not scared of the Swiss Spear yet. Yeah.
Not yet, not yet.
So now we see a Tamagov. We're gonna see a Mana Leak come
Yep,
up.
Mana Leak taking care of Tamagotchi.
Yep. And also another thing that we didn't see in Zhongyi that game was the Ren 6, which carried so hard the game one.
Yeah.
And now we see the On Thin Ice coming out as well. So smooth, clean lines.
And the thing is that Zhongyi only runs 1 Ren and 6.
Oh yes.
Only 1 Ren and 6, yeah.
Yeah, and not for a lack of bulk brixing, so he definitely could run a playset on them.
For sure.
Yeah, but now we see actually that Jason has managed to maneuver himself into a very good position.
Very good.
He has mana open to represent another league, Aether Gas as well.
Yeah.
Swinging here, his threats are getting less diversified. He can play the land. He might just opt for a slower turn here because at the end of the day, while it's scary to play to the mana league, you can always buy your companion.
Yep,
I mean,
for sure.
Omna Blade has done nothing to challenge you on board.
Yeah.
You've punched yourself in the face.
And
7
there you
times.
go, just like what
Yeah.
you said. So
Yeah.
buying Lurus into his hand. As long as Lurus resolves, right? That's all he needs. And everything else can get countered.
Lurus represents your 61st card in the day.
Yeah.
Right? And it eats hits. It's removal, so it's a good play right here. I like this one, Songy. It shows that he's aware of the matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, he played against
For
Kelvin.
sure. Yes, he's very aware.
Yeah, he scooped planeswalkers. He never get beaten on board. So yeah.
He must be thinking it's a 4C Planeswalker deck.
So
after.
interesting here actually. He passed back to Chongi without, so he's missed the land drop. So he didn't hit his 4th land.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
okay. So he wants to leave up his removal.
Yeah.
And I see a Teferi, but there's no point playing it. Right?
yeah, there's no point playing it right
Yeah.
now because you're just gonna open it into another Swiss Spear.
Although.
Inquisition and Kozilek come
Ah.
down. We see a tap for Veil of
Veil of
Summer.
Okay. So that allows Jason to draw a card. Which,
And he's not counted. He's not able to be targeted the rest of his turn.
Yeah.
So
Well, unless it's a lightning bolt.
yeah,
You know.
even Bobble as well won't allow you to look at the top. So you have to choose yourself.
Is that right? No, because Veil is just blue and black.
No, but it gives you hexproof for the rest of the turn, right? Does it?
From blue and black.
Oh, only blue
Yes,
and black.
blue and black, yeah.
It's not that
It's
broken
not
as
that
the game. So you see a fetch here come down. We see the Bobble. We're gonna probably see the Lurus come in as well, and then another Bobble into the turn.
Do you think he should play Lurus though into this 2 open mana?
Yes, because the lures doesn't represent a chonking threat.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
and you want to eat any kind of removal here.
I see.
So
I
that your
see.
Tamagos and your shadows come down. So I think it's heads up play from Jason. Either
Mm.
he's saying that I don't have an interaction, or I'm keeping them for the bigger boys.
Mm. So Jason's aware as
Yeah,
well that, you know,
yeah.
Lurus is not that bad.
Yeah.
But immediately he gets card draw from
Yeah,
Bobble.
yeah.
So that's so much value.
Yeah, so he's still with him tapping out here for Tireless
Tireless
Tracker.
Okay. So it looks like he's playing this because hopefully he has a land.
Yes, hopefully he does.
the trigger, right? Oh right, okay. So he did have the Arid Mesa there.
Oh right, yeah,
Ah,
sorry,
okay.
yeah.
So he played
Yeah.
the Mesa.
Yeah.
And then tapped out for the tracker and
I think he's
Fetched
gonna represent on Nice again.
yep.
Yeah.
So taking care of Lurus.
Yeah. Again, they're talking about the plays before
Yeah,
the
yeah,
plays
yeah.
happen, so to be more efficient.
And we can't hear them by the way.
Yeah,
So
so
we just have to figure out from based
Yeah.
on what they're doing.
yeah, we're just trying to interpret. But we do
Yeah.
see the Ren and 6.
Oh, from Zhongyi?
Yeah, Chongqing has the Ren and 6.
Oh
in
yes,
hand.
yes.
Four is the Tireless Tracker right now. It's a bit too big, but he can interact with it.
And tracker as well is a card advantage.
Mm.
Yeah. So it looks like Jason is in commanding position right now.
Yeah.
Mm. Although he did tap out, so Zhongyi is
Yeah.
free to do what he wants.
Shields are down for this
Yeah,
turn, so
just for one turn.
yeah. Here, if you're Chongqing, do you go all in?
Ooh, it's tough. It's tough. Because there's a Scourge, right? And
Yeah.
a Ren and 6. Would Ren and 6 be good though? I'm not sure. I think I'd rather get threats on board, maybe.
Yeah, I would rather get trapped here,
Yeah.
but I think you feel more comfortable with the threats here because you've seen two on thin ice. You know,
Mm.
you've seen Tireless Tracker and come now, but we do know that there is a Teferi in hand. So
Yeah, yeah.
I think, you know, Togi is gonna get flashbacks of game one.
True.
Where he's paying 2 mana to do nothing. So
But then, that being said, I think I would try and resolve
Mm.
a Ren and 6.
Yep.
Yeah. Just to get
yeah.
the value, the engine
Yeah.
going, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
I think what you can do here is you can actually play that Ren and 6, go for the Scourge, you know, and you can also replay a land, get some value.
Yeah.
And you are diversifying your threats. So he does go for a very Colligan's command.
Mm-hmm.
So showing that he is scared of the mana as well. But
Now he can't play Ren and 6.
yes, I think he tapped his mana wrongly
Well, he may be going for...
for the Scourge.
Ah, the Scourge, yeah.
He's not aware of the
Yeah.
Teferi that we are.
Yeah. He wants to get as
Yeah.
much damage on board, and
Yeah,
that is
true.
10 damage already.
Yeah. Big boy Scourge.
Very
right?
big.
Yeah.
But the thing is that now if Jason taps for Teferi,
Mhm.
right, he can't stop a Ren and 6
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, Ren
So,
6.
mm.
And Ren 6 can hit any target? Is it a creature? So
Oh, I don't know. One damage.
we obviously don't play Ren
Yeah.
6. Our wallets aren't good enough.
I think it's to anything.
Yes,
I would assume.
Where are the legacy players?
Yep. So here we
Any
go.
target. Yeah.
Any target.
Yeah.
alright.
So Teferi's gonna come.
Teferi's,
Teferi's gonna
yeah.
die.
And yeah.
We do see a dismember in hand as well. So now he's not even scared.
Oof.
It's a 3/3
Yes.
shadow and a Scourge.
Yep.
Oof.
So Scourge is back as with his friend, Death
Yeah.
Shadow.
And again, we're seeing just that singular
Oust.
oust again.
Okay. And look at that! Exactly the same play pattern that we saw from Kelvin Chiu.
Yep.
So it's only gaining 3 life there, taking
Yeah.
out Death Shadow.
Yeah.
Assigned one too. It doesn't help.
Ooh, and a
Ooh.
Sky Club on the. Okay, so things are turning out bun today.
Yeah, that's like a just cleared his board, man. It's insane.
We do see a bobble and a dismember here as well. So you're never gonna get back the Ren and 6, which is a bit unfortunate right now.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's an urgent need to, attack the Skycliff on this turn. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the dismember at the end step of the next turn. Bobbling
Right.
to see what Jason has on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jason draws, but flicks so fast that he.
I
Oh,
think
okay.
it's a Teferi, right?
No, yes,
There's
there's a
another-
Teferi.
yeah.
He has another Teferi in hand.
So getting in with the apparition for
That
2.
value damage. Cracks a clue here.
Mm-hmm.
And chooses not to
Finds
play.
another removal. Find another
Yeah.
on thin ice, leaving up the mana leak, I guess. Yeah.
Because you know now that the Scourge is coming back down.
Yeah.
So
He can't counter it though.
he can make it cost
Yeah,
He
he
can
could.
make it
He could.
3.
But I think he
Yeah,
lets it resolve.
yeah.
Because he has a removal,
Mm.
so he doesn't really
Yeah,
care.
and he chooses to crack another clue actually.
Yeah. So much value. From
Yeah,
the, from the tireless
Tire
tracker.
tracker. Yeah, I always think
Yeah.
it's value games for days right now.
Yeah. So 4C we haven't seen Mystic or Omnath yet in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just been 4C good stuff.
Yeah.
Bad good stuff.
This
sorry.
is ban
Yeah.
flicker at this point.
Is it, sorry, is it 4C? Did we get it wrong? There is. Yeah, there's red. There's stomping
yeah,
ground.
Yeah,
right?
stomping ground.
And blue, white, green.
Yeah, because you need the red for Omnath, so
Yeah.
it's always going to be 4C.
Oh yes, of course. Omnath is 4C.
yeah.
It's been a long
No,
stream.
it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Omnath has evolved throughout the color pool. I can't wait to see the 5 color one. It's gonna be like it's gonna break the entire Magic game in half, right? Like cast this win every game for the next week or something.
Yeah, I know, right? 5C Omnath.
All right.
My goodness. And then we see it Omnath.
Yeah. So we see Tongi didn't actually do anything instead.
Yeah, it didn't do anything because he has Kolaghan's command in hand.
Yeah. So he wants to keep it up.
All right. So, yeah, Jason as well, just swinging in with the apparition, and they're just passing to each other.
Oh, but now we see a Stoneforge Mystic as well.
Yeah.
So if he pulls the trigger a bit too early right now with the Kolaghan's command,
Yeah.
he's gonna wreck himself.
Yeah. And it looks like he's tempted to do it.
I think here you might go for a dismember actually. You pay 2 life, you dismember, you get a 2/2. I don't
Yep.
think you want to protect with a mana leak because you got bigger threats. We see a Kelvin Chu token come in.
And there we see the Stoneforge.
Yeah, but Stoneforge right now is gonna play into the Kolaghan's command, but he still has the mana for the mana leak. But I don't think he's gonna do anything with that this turn.
Yeah. So Jason is just actually playing with his hand revealed there. So
Yeah.
if you see his cards up there, it's because they are revealed
Yeah.
to Tongi. So Teferi number 2 coming down.
Yeah, so there's a mana leak, Battle Skull. We see an Aether Gas in hand. That looks like a sword of his family.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Yeah, it looks like he has a sword.
the flicking is too
Oh no,
fast.
sorry, it's an Omnath.
It's an Omnath, yes,
Yeah,
he does have
okay.
an Omnath, yeah.
So it looks like Jason's gonna manage to stabilize this game quite hard.
Yeah.
And now with the Teferi on the board, there's no instant speed interaction. So Battle Skull's coming down.
No matter what.
Yeah, it's gonna chonk.
Yes, it is.
So he's
So Tongi just
down to
getting-
4 though.
Yeah. Sorry, 4, yes. He fetched. He just
Yeah,
fetched.
he just
yes,
fetched,
so
yeah.
he's at 4.
Yeah, so now it's just equipping the Stoneforge actually. Ooh, we see a Maelstrom Pulse come out.
What? Wow.
Wow.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he stepped out, so the mana leak doesn't come into
Yeah.
play. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Things have suddenly turned for the worse.
And Lurus is back.
No, the Scourge is
Yeah, the Scourge is...
16.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we do know he has Battle Skull in hand.
Yeah,
so
but
that's-
if he gets rid of the Stoneforge this turn, he wins the game.
He can hardcast Battle Skull, right? With a germ.
No, as in like the Scourge can can't swing.
No, they can't swing in.
Yeah, they can't swing in.
Not
Yeah.
just yet. Yeah.
Yeah, not just yet. Soon, yeah. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the suspend and the on-nice interaction.
yeah. But Maelstrom Pulse, so that's definitely from the sideboard. Just one
Yeah,
copy.
one copy
oh,
coming
my
in
goodness.
Beautiful. The shields were down at one moment.
Just at one turn.
Yeah, I think Jason was so
Confident, right?
confident that the on-nice he thought they were permanent removals.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a reason it's a 50-cent card. It's not swords of
For now.
Oh, buff, yeah.
For now. But yeah, I mean, his one-offs are really doing so
Yeah.
much work this round.
I think if in this position here, you don't really care about the Teferi. The question is, he also doesn't run any board players as well.
Yeah, no. So Jason's deck is just a lot of single target removal. Yeah, very tempo plays.
Yep.
You know, Skyclave and Teferi.
Yeah, so we see that actually that I mean, we might as well since you can't pump it up, but that was 2 damage on the monastery because you had the bauble trigger as well.
And he's eyeing the Kozilek's return.
Yeah,
If I'm
it
not
looks
wrong.
like it. But he also has is that a fatal push as well? He might choose to push the Stoneforge here. You know, turn off that mana. There is a fatal push in hand.
Anyway, so what
Yeah.
happened? Swift Spear took out Teferi.
Yes, Swift Spear went into Fairy, so 2 damage, no blockers there because you want to quit the Stoneforge.
And my goodness, this game has been so swingy.
Yeah, I think Chongi actually has this in the bag right now.
You think so?
I think with there's a tireless tracker coming down on the board, but the mana available right now, you're gonna
Yeah.
see the Teferi. Okay.
Okay.
He draws the other Teferi. I don't think he had that in hand.
He finds his land, and
Yeah.
that's pretty important for him.
There is a tracker as well.
So Oust,
Oust.
okay.
Lurus.
Putting Lurus back on top. So this game is just going back and forth, man.
Snowblade just keeps doing the same thing.
But is that a Herald Fountain or
No,
right?
planes.
He doesn't have a blue source up, right?
Let's try him. The blues right now the blue source to counter. No, he doesn't. He can't counter any spells right now.
So Swiss Spear number 2
Mm.
coming down.
There is a OG Temple Garden.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All these people with these non-basics.
So I assume the ferry will get taken out.
Yeah,
Probably.
here you probably want that the fairy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put. I mean, you can put both at
Huh,
him.
okay.
Interesting.
Just in case.
I think that's like a bit too safe, but right now, you've gotten your back
Yeah.
broken by
Yeah.
one of you guys. So losing this game means Tongi will be eliminated.
Yes,
so
yes.
he's playing tight. He's playing
Yes,
tight.
yes. So double elimination means they can only afford to lose one game.
Yep.
And Jason has Omnath in hand for a long time now. But choosing
Chooses go
for
Battle
Battle
Skull.
Skull.
Another Kelvin Chu token coming in.
Just reminding
Yeah.
Tony.
PTSD stuff right there.
Yeah.
And now you see the Colligan's
Ooh,
command.
taking out Battle Skull.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah, that's game.
wow.
Yeah, that's game with the not the fairy on the board. There's no way for him to interact, and
Yeah.
that's swinging in for a big boy scourge of the suit.
I wonder why he played Battle Skull.
Yes, actually, it's
Interesting, right?
Yeah, I mean, he had a few options here. I think
Mm.
Battlestar was the life gain he wanted to represent. There's also some combat tricks he could have done.
Because he had
yeah.
Omnath in hand for a long time.
Yeah.
And that would have drawn him a card.
Correct.
And,
Yeah.
maybe gain him some life. So
Yeah. I think it's similar to that, to the ceremonious rejection the game before. The Maelstrom
Right.
Pulse here.
Yeah, the
just,
Maelstrom Pulse, yeah.
Yeah, because the Maelstrom Pulse not only got him to draw an additional card off the bobble, it helped him get rid of the fairy, it also ate 2 removal spells. It did so much.
Did so
work.
much. That one turn that Jason just went shields down, that was it. Alright, so that round 3 was a mirror matchup from our round 1. And Zhongyi wins it this time. His Jund Death Shadow just overwhelming 4C Omnath Blade. Round 3 it has still about 13 minutes to go. Or 15, I don't know, we started the timer
Yeah.
at the wrong time. But yeah, so after this we probably have 2 more rounds.
Yeah.
We'll go and check how many rounds are actually left because it depends on how many people have won and the standings, because double elimination gets a bit messy.
Yep.
So after this, hopefully we'll see some other decks.
Mhm.
There are still some decks that have not been featured. What
Is
do we-
there Storm deck left?
I don't know. So because the thing is that so far 2 people have been eliminated.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
So we
there
had to
are
go
o-
check
yeah,
who
yeah,
got
yeah.
eliminated.
So there are only 6 people left.
Yep.
Jason might be eliminated
Oof.
right
Okay.
now. Yeah, because
oof.
they're probably both on 1 loss.
Mhm.
Yep. So yeah, we'll go and check and we'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Yep.
Yep.
Sounds
and
good.
Yeah. Alright, see y'all.
Yeah, well, you're right. The lack of blue sauce.
is a brew. I've never seen this before. Interesting. Okay, given this, I think I can go because I'm definitely going to play Regery next turn, so we might as well play our Lord first because it's a better blocker. Silver Gillidat can't block.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Games Haven. This is round 5. Kelvin Chu against Miguel. They started already, so we're just gonna get right into it. So this is actually gonna be the semi-finals, and we have 4C Omnath Blade
versus E-Tron. So E-Tron managed to claw back a Grape. So going on now. I think it's become a tendency players tend to start.
Yeah, they weren't supposed to start yet, but they have. So
eager for Magic to go on.
Yeah.
So we see a turn 1 end of step fetch for the Triumph as well. We see the Expedition map coming down. I do think we won't see natural Tron, but we will see him assemble Tron by turn 3 right now, it looks. That's always the advantage of playing Tron and starting 1. I don't think anyone's ever going to force or negation you. But we do see a Ren and 6 coming down, so...
wow, Kelvin.
Yeah, value train. He buys back the Windswept and he's going to say go. But again, shields are down. You're not that scared yet now here as a Ban player.
For sure.
Yeah. But this is where the E-Tron is a lot better as well.
Doesn't have his second Tron land though.
Yeah, but he's going for the aggressive line. Bye Ren and 6. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's choosing here this is the point where, E-Tron has a benefit over the slower Tron because you're proactively doing things onto the board.
You got all these creatures,
Yeah, so the Planeswalkers are not as scary anymore. They're just not going to tick up and suddenly emblem. I've yet to see a Ren and 6 emblem in a paper game, so...
Anyway, this is Zensha and I'm Esmond. So this is the semi-final of our 1K series. They've already started. We are seeing Kelvin Chu with 4C Omnath Blade against Miguel, Eldrazi Tron. So yeah, so Kelvin, who's in a better position now?
Right now, it's hard to see the cards in hand, but I think we're going to see whether the Ren and 6 gets taken out.
So because Ren and 6 has so much value,
it's
right?
so much value. It's at 5 as well.
We've seen all throughout today so many Ren and 6s.
Okay, so we know that Miguel only runs 1 Cavern of Soul and he has it in hand, which means now the Mana Leaks and Quellas work.
Queller works, yes.
Queller works.
And we see the Queller coming out,
Yeah. It's a beautiful play there from Kevin, just keeping the Queller out. And also we forgot that there were 2 ticks on the Ren and 6, so it didn't die actually.
Yep.
So now you can actually protect the Ren and 6 one more turn. Right, but you lose the Queller, you put in a top note tier. So at this point of time, what does Kevin have in hand? We see a Horizon Canopy. I see.
I think an Oust.
Oust.
Oh, maybe it's a Mystics Stoneforge.
Yeah.
But a lot of lands.
There is
2 Windswept East. Oust. Yep. So if you don't know, this 4C Omnath Blade is looking to just slow the game down a bit. Find Omnath and some value engines has the Fairy and Ren and 6. And so just trying to control the game and hopefully we'll see what he can do.
It's just the best colors in Magic, right? White, deep black. You don't
and the
need
thing is that
destruction.
Miguel here is missing his Tron lands, which is a big thing. So he can't really ramp up like he would want to.
But again, we're in the same position where despite the Ban player having this advantage, she's not really threatening the other player right now.
Yep.
So you can see an Oust come in.
So Ren and 6 there ticking up to bring back the Windswept Heath. Oust means that Miguel gains 3 life.
You can see Miguel has not played against Oust in a very... So it's just second from the top.
No one knows what Oust does.
I think Canister actually was the one who started playing quite actively with that.
Is that I don't know actually.
Canister has a tendency to bring these weird cards, man. But he invented Inverter and broke Pioneer. So so it's pretty hardcore there.
I mean, Ours has done so much work against Death Shadow today, right? So
I'll flip your Scourge and then I'll kill your Shadow. It's such a...
I'll help you gain life.
Yeah, exactly.
So I see Khan actually in Miguel's hand, but and he has a basic land. Okay, so what else can he do here? There's an Ugin that's stuck in there. Do you think he should actually crack the map to get a second Tron land?
I think you can always crack the map when you know that you're not doing proactive onto the map. It's an option here, but he laid the waste as well, so he's not thinking about it this turn, I think. I think the question he is asking himself right now, does he get a chance to resolve this Khan? Because this is the unfortunate reality, right? If you keep holding it off, your opponent's going to draw more.
Exactly. So you might as well just bait it out, right? Whatever interaction he has. But Kelvin, doesn't have it.
But Kelvin also very nicely, in a seasoned player, took the pause.
He has. He actually, I think he has 3 lands at least, maybe 4.
I think it's 3
Spell Snare.
As a spell snare. But he took that pause like, I will allow it as a blue player,
As a blue player, you can have it.
You play against my Baral deck, right?
Counter spells.
What did I counter your hope of Durham?
Everything. You countered everything. Bad decisions were made.
And
anyway, so Miguel here going into this wish board.
Yep.
with Khan, and that says it's liquid metal coating.
Yeah, liquid metal
Yeah.
coating to hand, which means that now even Khan is not threatened on the board. He will have to down take his own Ren and 6 to kill it.
Yep.
Yeah, and that'd be interesting as well because, I mean, Khan is in a slightly risky position here, but again, Kevin just seems to be drawing lands.
Yeah, he does have a sword. He just
Yeah.
found a sword, but he decided not
Yeah.
to play it.
So we do
yep.
see the line we saw, which is the
Yeah.
Queller into the Ren tick. Yeah, you see the sword. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting. Will you play the sword here?
I don't know. He doesn't have any interaction, so I
Yeah.
don't see why not. you
Yeah.
know.
Oh
That's-
wow.
Okay, so he just wants to draw cards.
Yeah.
And
And doing
that's
the oust.
another oust. Not great in this matchup,
Yeah.
I would say. Not fantastic.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, now we see him
So-
tapping up for the sword.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And-
sword here is I like the sword because it represents 8 mana. So you're actually leading up.
Right.
Yeah, so you have 2 to equip and then you play a threat and then you can go again as well. But here, Tron is just playing without Tron, which is quite funny. So,
Yeah. Very strange.
Yeah.
So he's wondering what the sword does.
Yeah.
Because
One side is playing with Japanese, the
Yeah.
other side is playing with like
Spanish
Spanish.
cards. So here in Singapore, we're very multiracial, multilingual.
Yeah, very true. There is he doesn't have the mana, so he's also been missing land drops. He is gonna cast.
So he's
Metal
pointing to
Reshaper.
the Cavern of Souls.
Very clearly.
Yes, very clearly.
Yeah, you can't counter me now.
Yeah.
And he will sack the map. He hasn't dropped the land this turn. I think now he starts to assemble Tron.
Mm.
He might. Oh, he goes to the blast zone.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Huh.
So what he's trying to say here is that Kevin doesn't actually have a way to interact with the spell queller, dying. So he's gonna threaten to kill the spell queller, get the Thought Knot Seer, and represent damage on the board.
And at the same time, taking out the sword.
Yeah, at the same time taking out the sword. But let me just check something. Is there a sneaky play? Yeah.
Anyway, so the sword gets onto the spell queller. So Kelvin just tapping one more, and looks like he's getting rid of the Miguel's creature with another oust.
Yep, another oust coming back. Second on the top. Yeah, no. So it's interesting here. If he did have a Teferi, he could oust his own spell queller in response, but he doesn't. So
Yeah.
yeah. So here you're gonna see the crack in response.
Yeah. So the value from the sword there. But I think they haven't updated the life totals.
Yes, because
Yeah.
he should have taken
5, I believe. 4.
4 damage. The
Four
sword is
damage.
+2, +2,
+2,
and
yeah.
then the queller's a 2/3.
So he should be at 20.
Yeah.
But we'll see if they update the life totals.
Yeah, now we
soon.
can just send a
Yeah,
reminder
yeah.
out as well.
Oh,
So we do see
and
the Teferi.
you were just talking about the fairy there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Teferi gonna come down, it's gonna lock out the games in a sense because there's not much instant speed reaction, but all you're gonna see now is that all the sorceries now have instant speeds as well. So the oust actually can be used proactively to protect his own queller.
Yep. So maybe we missed something about the life. I'm not sure, but I think we'll just let them figure it out.
Oh, there were 2 ousts.
Ah,
so
okay.
yes.
All right. So there we go. Kelvin
Yeah,
is
correct.
just
Now
reminding him.
Kevin is just recognized that there is
Yep,
a
the damage
the
wasn't
damage
taken.
was quite important in this game of Magic.
Yes.
So we do see a Seagate wreckage,
Wreckage.
yeah,
Mhm.
come in as well. So he's going about it a long
Yeah,
way.
many lands, but only one Tron land.
He's one off casting a Ugin actually. Sorry, a Khan liberated, which he does have in hand.
Right.
Yeah. So now it depends. Does he get the window to go down? And again, we see Kevin
Just drawing lands.
Yeah.
Yeah, all lands. My goodness.
So, yeah, but it is scary when you're the Tron player and the opposing guy has 7 cards
Yeah.
in hand. You're like, and the fairy and he's gonna
And
buy
a-
back a land.
And he just wants to draw cards, I think.
Yeah, but you see this line kind of if I was the Tron player, I'll read that. This kind of means that his hand is just junk.
Yeah.
yeah.
But then again, he draws one card, you see. So that's an oust. So the third oust. And he just needs to leave open the Queller, I think.
Yep.
But is that really useful against Tron? Because they're going to be casting big things, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be casting big things.
Mm.
Well, so that's the thing also with the longer games. As Eldrazi Tron gets to pivot, so he started
Yeah.
off with a very aggressive line.
Yeah.
Then now he's gonna.
Yeah, but I think this is where the card advantage comes in from the
Yep,
sword.
yep.
Because making Miguel discard all his cards.
Sure.
And okay.
Yeah, so so he's explaining now that because of the fairy that won't resolve, you will never see the
Yep.
Topsy again. So,
So
ban the
much-
fairy.
A lot of
So-
value. And getting back that Queller.
Yeah, getting back the
Yeah.
Queller as well.
So that saves it from
Yeah.
Blast Zone.
So he's gonna use the time to take out the mana. So right now, the good thing, this interesting about it is that Blast Zone now is gonna kill the Sword and the
Yes.
Queller.
No, sorry, the Teferi.
Oh, and the Teferi
Because
as
he
well.
bounced the Queller back to,
Yeah,
to save
yeah.
it, right?
Yeah. So just having a tree is such a great. Yeah. And I realized the only reason why Blast Zone isn't so expensive is because it can't kill tokens.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can never
If
kill
it-
tokens.
If you could kill tokens, it would be really, really good.
But Kelvin there just discarding all his lands. He's drawn a bunch of lands this game. Let's see what Miguel has.
He does have that reshaper that's been casted like a billion times at this point of time.
It's been ousted twice.
It's gonna get ousted again.
Yes.
That's very soon, I believe.
But the thing is that now Kelvin doesn't have a threat on board,
Yeah,
right?
there's no threat.
He has a sword, but it's gonna get blown up.
Kelvin here, right? So I like what Miguel's doing. He's saying, play your thing, and I'll blow everything out.
yeah. So he can't really queller,
Yeah.
and take that. Oh,
Okay.
alright. So now he has a threat. It's he
Yeah.
drew a Stoneforge.
Yeah. So I like the uptick here. It kind of represents that he's playing Oust aggressively as a protection and a removal at the same time.
Hmm.
You're definitely going to see the Stoneforge come
Yeah,
in.
for sure.
Yeah.
Full art as well. Extended
Yeah,
art.
sure.
Just
It's like,
gotta
why not,
flex,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think it's Battle Skull?
Yep.
Yep.
I think his list only has Batterskull at this point to draw on.
Right. Oh yeah, because the sword is out already.
Yeah, Sword is up.
So Kelvin's list is here. We have 2 Battle Skulls and 1 Sword of Feast and Famine. Yep, that's it.
And nothing on the sideboard as well.
So just 3 equipments.
Not Legacy, no GTAs here.
No.
What a broken card. I remember the first time I played with GTA, I was like, wait, it does what?
That's how you know. So
Yeah.
much text, right?
Yeah.
There's just chunks of text.
Wait, I don't have to hit you? Any combat damage will do? And I can just shoot stuff now? Oh, cool.
Okay, so Miguel
Yeah.
here did not activate Blast Zone.
Yeah, he does get a relic. I think he's playing the soul game as well because he realizes that, the life totals have not changed much.
Yeah.
It's been, I think it's turn 7, 8 right now, and he's only taken 4 damage.
And
Yeah.
he still has 2 walkers to deal
Yeah.
with. So activating relic there.
No, relic is just taking out 1 card,
Yeah.
taking out the Oust away.
Taking out the
yeah.
oust.
So this is a game of who blinks first, right? Especially with the Blast Zone set at 3 right now.
He's probably waiting for Kelvin to equip it
Yeah.
right, before activating it. So he wants to get as much value as possible. And Kelvin, I think, just wants to draw some good cards instead of
Yeah.
lands.
Cast the Curse, he draws a Hello Fountain.
Yes.
How many lands do you need, right? But this is the problem of playing a 4C deck, right?
Of course,
Yeah, I think you splash for 24 lands, I believe. I mean,
A lot of lands.
Let me
yeah.
just do a quick
Yeah,
math
yeah.
on
This
that.
is Kelvin's list. So a bunch of lands, but Horizon Canopy has helped in quite a lot. And Miguel here just cracking the relic to exile all the graveyards and draw a card. Yep. So Kelvin, I think, is trying to decide whether he should take
23
out
lands.
the Eldrazi. Oh, okay.
23 lands, so you
23
are gonna,
lands.
there's a chance of flooding.
Yeah.
I play 18 in my Blitz and I flood. So
I think at this point he has like 5 on the in the graveyard already.
Yeah.
In exile because of relic.
yeah, it's still another 3
Yeah.
lands, so...
Yeah. So I think Miguel just exiling graveyards to stop the Ren and 6 recursion probably.
Right, shut out the mana train as well.
Mm.
So we
And-
actually see a Hello Fountain, Shocking, and Pass.
Just casually
Yeah.
leaving up 2 spell quellers.
So here, the curious thing actually, if Miguel goes for it and plays a big Planeswalker this turn, I don't think there's an interaction from Kevin's side.
No. There isn't
Yeah.
for sure. He doesn't have mana
Ooh,
leak. He
Chalice
doesn't
as
have.
well.
The thing is that now Blast Zone is just holding Kevin hostage, right?
Yeah, yeah, there's no
Just-
interaction there.
Yeah.
In the game 2, he does have the Field of Ruin, so he can
Right,
go for
perhaps.
that. But in response, he will just sack the thing, so
Mm.
has to be very early turns.
Yep. So looks like he's passing.
Yeah.
And I think he might want to activate Stoneforge here.
Yeah.
Yep, to get in Battle Skull. Yeah. No Kelvin Chu token.
No token, very disappointed right now.
Yes. Oust for the 3rd time. Yep. Alright, so Miguel can't do much about this.
Yeah, he can. He can sacrifice the Blast Zone, but I don't think
Yeah.
he'll do it at this particular turn, will he?
Is there a reason to though?
No, yes, he is.
Okay.
He's choosing to do so.
Yep. So Blast Zone just takes out the sword and the fairy.
Yep. And
Ah.
okay,
So
you
he
want
just
the-
wanted
yeah,
the
reshape a
mm,
trigger.
Yeah. After having it bounced
Yeah.
twice. Yeah.
And again, he's gonna get rid of the graveyard so that there is no. Gonna get rid of the stuff on the graveyard so the recursion like you were saying. Yeah.
Yeah. But now Kelvin is in a pretty good position. I
Yeah.
mean, Battle Skull is a big hitter, right?
Yeah. It's gonna help stabilize the board. We're gonna see the crack again. Ren 6 is gonna bring that back again. I think too early in the relic there. The trigger when he targets it, you can actually respond to that trigger. So
yes.
you know. Another Stoneforge here, not extended, so I'm not gonna play it.
Not worth playing.
Yeah.
No. Alright, so Kelvin just asking the question whether
Yeah.
Miguel wants to.
And now he will sack it.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Yep.
I think that Horizon Canopy has been sacked like at least 4 times and draw a card.
Yeah. Power
Yeah.
of Ren and 6. Alright, so Battle Skull there, getting in for 5
4.
or 4?
Yeah, it's a 4/4 gem.
4, yep.
Yeah, so it goes down 16 to 17, stabilizing the board a bit. See a Windswept Heath, another Stoneforge as well.
So that's his.
Another Battle Skull.
Only 2 Battle Skulls left. So Mystic is useless from here on.
Yeah. Yeah, Stoneforge
Yeah.
Mystic doesn't do much now.
Yeah.
It's a 1/2 chonker.
Yeah.
But don't forget the other Stoneforge actually is can tap it down. So at the end of the turn, we're expecting to see 2 Battle Skulls in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with 2
That's a
Battle
pretty- yeah,
Skulls
pretty
in,
fast clock.
you are 1 point away from killing him because you got 8 damage, 2 Stoneforge, and around 6 ping. So, and we do see the 7 land. So,
Yeah.
question now is, does he dare go for it? He does have the Khan liberated. He can take out. He can take out the Battle Skull.
I feel like he's just been playing around Kelvin's
Yeah.
counter spells, right?
Yeah.
But there comes a time you have to just
Yeah,
go
you
for
go
it.
for it.
Yeah.
So he's going for
Yeah,
it.
he's-
He's thinking. He's thinking.
Yeah. Because the only thing he has to be afraid of is mana leak.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah.
You're gonna chalice on 1.
Okay. Is that? Alright, so spell snare takes that out.
Meta Reshaper. I think you swing into the. Can you swing it or you can't? There's a Battle Skull in play
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. And
So
there's
you-
another
yep,
one.
there's here the other
Yeah.
Battle Skull as well.
Whew.
Things are looking dangerous right now.
Yeah.
And we also see there is an Ouse, I believe, in the hand. So he
Mm.
actually
Mm.
he
Here's the
doesn't
answer.
represent little yet. He's 1 off.
8, 9, 2 out.
Because the Stonewatch were untapped, so they can swing in for 10, and then the Ren 6 can ping
Ah,
for 1.
yes.
So
one off.
yeah, so 1 off. I don't think he's. I mean, he doesn't have a sword anymore. It's been exiled as
No.
well.
Well, he
So-
could find another Ren in 6. And,
Yes, yeah.
you know.
I believe that there is little, so yeah, Kevin sees the line now.
Yeah.
He's just checking that there's no alternate text to when the thing is.
Called it.
Yeah, Auntie Nice.
On the nice, taking out Miguel's Soul Eldrazi. Yep, so Miguel just making sure
Double
it works.
checking and
Yeah.
interacting because there is an interaction with the way
Yeah.
it's counted and the way it's played as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not an instant sorcery, I believe.
Mm.
So then we see the 10 damage come in. And then we're gonna see a ping here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, so
There's
Miguel
gonna
is
plan
down
another-
1, and there's the
Yeah.
second Ren in 6. Just
Yep.
like he planned. So I think
Yeah.
that was the only way to get another 1 damage in.
Yeah, that was the.
Yeah. And he found it.
He has reach, you know.
Alright, so Kelvin Chu
Yeah.
takes game 1
Yeah.
of the semi-final against Eldrazi Tron, and that was impressive.
Yeah.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
But we also have to remember that Tron wasn't really doing what it was planning
Yeah,
to do.
yeah.
He never saw his
Yeah.
Tron lens. So
Although I do think he was a bit overly cautious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, we get to see that there's no real interactions. I think
Yeah.
yeah. But the spell snare on the chalice was just like that's the only spell counter I have actually.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, he's not gonna
Yeah.
get much. Can't really counter much, right? On 2 mana against Eldrazi Tron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miguel's
So,
list, right?
alright. So this is we're just gonna look through Kelvin's sideboard
And Miguel's.
and Miguel's list.
Someone has need handwriting. That's the first.
What would Kelvin bring though?
Kevin here, he's definitely gonna want to take in Forces of Negation. Actually, maybe is an option for him, and Pure Ruin. You haven't seen it yet, but you do know there are cards in it as well. So
Hmm.
Force of Negation allows you to kind of tap out and trick your opponent into a sense of
3 forces,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
And but you remember that the back tax on Force of Negation, which exile doesn't really matter to the E-tron
Yeah.
because he can fetch it from exile.
Yeah, with Khan.
I've
yeah.
been punished by that many a time.
Yeah.
But I exiled it. No. Khan fetches from everywhere.
Everywhere.
He's the great creator.
But I think for Miguel, probably nothing to bring in.
I think you might bring in a damping spheres actually on the main board itself because you're always playing one threat and your opponents are always playing a Stoneforge Mystic into a Noble Hierarch and their planeswalkers are low enough.
I see.
So you just want to kind of tax them out of the game and you don't
Just for the
really,
early turns.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
every
Yeah,
game
yeah,
he
yeah.
played one and he was like, oh no, okay, go next. But it's again, I think the strength and the weakness of E-Tron is that you're running your sideboard as a wish list.
Yeah.
So if your answers are not your main board, you don't have answers. Yeah, so the
Because
inability
in that game, he actually found a liquid metal coating, right?
Yes, he
but
did.
never got to use it.
Yeah, because the gun got taken out.
Yeah.
But also, and again, it's in a similar game where we saw Chong-Yi come back against this Ban Snowblade as well, Omnath Blade, sorry.
Mm.
It was on the back of the Ren and 6 and the constant value he got.
The value.
Yeah, so Ren and
Yeah.
6 just resolving on. It's
Yeah.
a 2-mana planeswalker.
Yeah,
That's so
come
much,
on.
dude.
So strong.
Yeah.
But okay, so we actually featured Miguel before and Kelvin.
Yep.
So they're both, I think, on either undefeated or just one loss.
Mm.
So the first time we saw Miguel, he just natural Tron.
Yeah, correct.
Game.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah. I think Miguel's right. He lost the Grixis matchup, so I think Kelvin is undefeated.
Kelvin's probably
Yeah,
undefeated.
Kelvin
Yes.
is undefeated.
So after this, we should have one more round, which is the finals.
Mhm.
We actually don't know whether there will be.
Right, yeah, it depends.
because this is double elimination. It's very messy.
Yeah.
But
Also, it's Singapore.
yes, Singapore.
People are efficient with what they want to do.
Yeah.
So we actually see a relatively decent land, but he chooses
Huh.
to punt it. Unless I saw wrongly, was it one land?
No, I think I saw at least 3 lands.
But no blue, maybe.
Perhaps, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was Omnath, but Miguel has a blast zone. I saw that.
Yeah. So I think Miguel's he's gonna keep as well. It's interesting. I don't see Tron in his hand, so
Yeah.
maybe I'm not good enough Tron player. For me, it's Tron or
Perhaps.
bust.
I know, right? Because I always assume that Tron players
Yeah.
want to mulligan
Tron,
into a natural Tron as fast as possible. But that first game, he just took it so slow.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's interesting to see where he ends up.
Alright, so wow, that's a Force of Negation,
Yep.
that's a Wooded Foothill.
Tireless tracker.
Yeah.
So that force coming in, like I was
Yeah,
mentioning,
that's
yeah.
snap keep from Kelvin.
Now we see why, because you don't need Tron when you got Eldrazi
Yeah.
temples. If you get another temple here, that's a turn 2 top silver. Oh, it's a,
Okay.
It's not as bad.
It's a fair land.
It's a fair land.
For now.
For now.
Yep, so probably going to get the Triumph. We've always seen this very familiar play pattern once again.
Yep. Triumph just fixes all your colors,
Yeah.
kind. It's a great card. Points deducted for him not having.
Yes, Amiruddin. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Oh, yes.
that makes you stops Tron. That's
Yeah.
normally sideboarded against Tron.
Yeah.
But I think, like you said, if he's playing just one spell a turn.
Yeah, and no, because the lands don't tap for mana. I think what he means, but I think he's also.
Oh,
I don't think
yeah,
he's
yeah.
trying to assemble Tron anymore. But now he
Oh,
does.
now he is.
But he's going for. He just wants
Reality
colorless
Smasher,
land.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Oof. So we get actually to see the hand, which is great.
Which is strong, actually.
Yeah, here, what do you go for?
Wow, I don't know. It depends what's in Miguel's hand. If he has something big, I would probably take the Force. But otherwise, the Omnath is going to get so much value.
Don't forget, the Force right now, he can't pitch anything to it.
Yes, but he can hardcast
Yeah,
it.
that's true. That's true.
Yes. He has
Always
enough
forget
lands.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can always hardcast it.
What, you're paying for it? Okay, we see the Omnath
Yeah.
taken out.
So
which makes
Omnath,
sense.
yeah, because it's so much value, right?
Yep.
ETBs draws a card and everything. So I'm not sure why it's back in there.
I think he's still choosing.
Because you always got to consider what's in your own hand, right?
Yeah,
If there's
exactly.
a big thing that's worth countering, then you probably want to take the counter spell. But Tireless Tracker will get so much value also.
Yeah, but you're not really that scared of a 3-2 and
Of course,
what's the human gonna do
Against
Eldrazi?
Eldrazi.
Even Planeswalker's gonna do anything.
Yep. So decides on the Omnath.
Yep.
Yep. So now looks like Kelvin just wants to keep up. Oh wow, that's a Ren and 6.
Ah, yeah. Good old Ren and 6, huh? So we see the tireless tracker come in here.
Alright, Kenji and Alfred just reminding us that Omnath is blue. Yes, Omnath is blue.
Yeah, but if he takes the
If he takes
Omnath,
Omnath, yeah,
that's
then
what
there's
I'm talking
nothing to
about.
pitch.
If
Yeah.
he takes the Omnath, he has nothing to pitch.
Yeah.
Yes, we remember Omnath is all colours but black. So we see the blast zone come in here. One ticker come in. We're gonna see another top notch here come down. I believe I saw that. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's gonna get rid of the force if he's scared of that.
He might go for Ren and 6.
He might go
I
for
mean,
Ren
Ren
and
and 6 is...
I think Kevin's aware of it because his Ren 6 is upside down, right?
Yes.
I'm
not sure why.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna show it to him very soon.
Yeah.
And he's gonna take it. So yeah.
Wait, but that's 1 to 5 mana?
Oh, he's
yeah.
gonna play the smasher instead.
Yeah.
Oh. That's really a smasher. It comes in.
Yeah,
and hits.
that's huge. So, Kevin all the way down to 9.
Yes.
That's... Yeah.
Oh, but he draws the oust off the top,
Okay, yeah, he needs that.
and he has 2 white sources here.
So, can he go Ren and 6 and Oust? Yeah, he has
Yeah,
Misty.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he has a Misty Rainforest.
He has Misty. But your life total is getting lower.
Mm.
We do see the other top knots here come down as well.
Alright, so Oust taking care of Tot Knot.
Mhm.
And...
Kevin gets the trigger to draw as well. He sees another card. He sees a Stoneforge Mystic here. Actually, I'm a fan more of the Stoneforge because
Right, because you
Yeah.
get Better Skull.
and it's a blocker as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, very good draw there.
Yeah. So interesting here from Miguel. We saw that he had the other top knots here, but he chose to go with a more aggressive line.
Mm.
I would have preferred the top knot because the reality smasher is always coming down with haste.
That's true.
Yeah. So at least you get to take out something with his hand. Alright.
It did represent a 2-turn clock if he had removal
Yeah,
for the
correct.
tracker, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but you
So-
played the first game, you saw the amount of like you got ousted like I think 4 times, and you got like Horizon Canopy a billion times after that as well.
So Kelvin
Yeah.
here with his Misty Rainforest
And a clue.
and a clue.
We need to get Kevin tokens.
Yeah, Kelvin tokens.
So now we're gonna see the waste come down.
So is there anything he can do besides the Tot Knots here?
I can't really see his hand because the players are playing.
What about Kelvin here just taking the damage, huh?
Yeah, because he knows he has a battle scar to stabilize right now.
Mm.
But we're gonna see the top notch here actually come down and take out the battle
Yeah.
scar. So Kevin, maybe your plan wasn't as good as you thought you were.
And he can't force it as well.
Yeah, so
you
maybe
know.
next level play.
Yep. So maybe I'll just
No,
going straight
no,
for
no.
the Battle Skull.
Yeah, don't try to bait me with the upside down Ren and 6. I
Yeah.
don't care. Yep.
Yeah. Alright. So Kelvin in a pretty tough spot here.
Yeah, pretty precarious right
Yeah,
now.
down to 3. Miguel's still at 23.
Yep.
I wonder if he nothing from his sideboard, right? He just drew into a more aggressive hand.
He just
I
grew
guess.
more aggressive.
Mm.
We haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point on the damping spear as well.
Yeah.
That's the problem, right? Colorless doesn't really run interactions with planeswalkers as well.
Yeah.
So but Kevin's changing up the kind of like tempo in game 2. He's going more creature heavy right now. He just
Mm.
has that lineup, which is just it's just the beauty of playing 4 colors, and you know you
So many
Yeah,
options.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? I'll do everything.
Yeah.
I'll be the rainbow. And for Black's supposed to be the graveyard recursion. I think Kevin has recurred a lot of things. So
Exactly. Yeah. Ren and 6 has just done so much
Yeah.
work. Yeah, but let's see if he can get out of this.
So we see a
Because-
4.
Yeah,
Is
and
that
we-
another Bester Skull?
I'm not sure. I'm not
No, it's
sure.
it's a foil windswept heath. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a Bester Skull because the silver,
Yeah.
right? Yes.
Alright, so he's gonna dig for answers, looks
Yep.
like. And another Ren and 6.
He doesn't have he does have the red source on the Triumph
Yeah.
blade if you want. Counters on 1.
Mm-hmm. So tough spot. And that's a Teferi, right? I think. I saw looks like a Teferi, a Ren and 6 and a Force.
Mm.
And the Force has just been stuck in his hand because once Miguel knows about it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, you're just gonna
Yeah.
play around it. And Miguel has been playing more creatures this time around.
Yeah. And I think Kelvin also wants to hold up the Teferi just to pitch it to Force,
Yeah.
perhaps. Yeah.
So interesting position here is because his life total is at 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite and now with no Battle Skull to stabilize
Yeah,
the board,
yeah.
right? Yeah, it's interesting. Does he not have a land?
He does have a land. He has a Windswept Heath.
He does have
Yeah.
the Windswept Heath, sorry. So he could go something if he if he wanted to, he could go something like he could play Windswept, get the Teferi on the board, you know, wait until later, flick the battle,
Stoneforge.
flick the Stoneforge, get the next Battle Skull, you know.
Yeah. But can he can't survive though, because he needs to block both the creatures.
Oh yes, so he
Yeah.
will actually lose that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting here. I
so
think
I think he was considering what land to play.
yeah,
Yeah, so he went with the Field of Ruin.
he can Teferi bounce as well.
Yeah, he could, yeah, for sure.
And I think that is gonna be the mode he uses.
Yeah, and he gets to draw from the
Yeah.
Thought Knot, right? Yeah.
He draws twice, I believe. He will draw once for Teferi and once for Thought Knot.
Right, yes.
He doesn't choose to. I think he forgot the trigger.
Oh,
Yeah,
there we
so
go.
then now he
Yeah.
remembers the trigger.
It's Kelvin.
Yeah, yeah, he's not gonna forget the trigger. Yeah, I was quite surprised he did actually. Oh, and that's game. I think.
dear.
Yep, that's game. Because he has trample
Yep,
as well, so
yep,
yeah,
yep.
there's no interaction there.
So didn't matter in the end.
A very long, slow turn for death.
Yes. So Miguel just taking it down with trampling Eldrazi.
Yeah, going off which is again like I think what we're seeing right now in modern is that decks that have the ability to attack from different axes
Yeah,
are doing
exactly,
a lot better.
yeah.
So yeah, so Is It Blitz is starting to fall off, and you know like decks
Yeah.
like Rakdos, Prowess is
Yeah.
starting to go like
A lot
okay.
of in this field, a lot of aggro decks, right? But then you
Yeah.
see these kind of Stoneblade
Yeah.
decks, and it's
Yeah.
just evolving to fit in different kind of
Yeah.
strategies, like you said.
Yeah.
So, but I wonder what he does here, because
But he
Miguel was
yeah.
seems to be playing two different decks actually. The first
Correct.
game he was very slow and controlly in
Yeah.
a sense, but
Yeah.
the second game he was just smashing in.
Yeah, he just evolved into
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
monster. I think. I think here also the other thing is being on the play and on the draw is going to be very different.
Right.
Yeah, so resolving that run and sixes that we saw dead in hand, so
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
incremental value that they can't ignore. What's interesting, we do see sideboards coming out, so I'll be curious to find out after this game what is actually Miguel bringing in.
Yeah, very
like,
strange.
yeah,
And I think I saw Kelvin change a few cards as well.
Mm.
So I wonder if he took out Force.
I think he
Because-
might realize
right,
the
yeah.
Force was the dead card in hand
Yeah.
as well.
Could be just, Miguel drew that
Mm.
half of his deck. Because he does play a lot of non-creatures. I mean, there's Ugin, there's 4 Khans. No, actually, he plays more creatures.
Yeah.
So, Thought Knots here, Matter Reshaper,
Yeah.
Reality Smashers, Emrakul, a lot of creatures.
We haven't seen the Walking Ballista actually come out in any of these games.
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, and there are 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Kelvin may have decided to take out Force. Maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe on the draw you want it, on the play you would take it out.
Mm.
Yeah.
So all tied up now at 1-1. If you're just joining us, this is our semi-final. Could be our final, depending on how the games go. So this will be posted
Yeah.
onto YouTube. Kelvin Chiu against Miguel.
Yeah. We have to get a highlight clip of that
Yes.
red and 6 skill.
Yes. Yeah, that was a good win.
Yeah.
And that long turn, the last turn that Miguel just slammed down the
Yeah.
smasher.
I too have reach.
All right, so
Okay.
Kelvin, with a Hierarch. Yep, so Kelvin starts off.
No
Windswept
place
lead.
keeping.
I wonder if he shocks in. No, okay.
Wants to keep his life total be healthy.
Yeah. I think that for this deck, they either want to get a basic or a triumph.
Yep.
Right. So turn 1 with a Hierarch, that's very strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, very strong.
What makes Hierarch so strong?
Well, I mean, you get Exalted, you get 3 colors.
Yeah, she can swing herself.
She could. Ooh, Miguel with a tapped Tron land.
Oh no, if a dismembered.
Wow, so that's from his sideboard, right? 'Cause
Yeah, that's his sideboard. He
2
has
copies
to.
in the sideboard. And taking
Yeah.
4 life from that.
Yeah.
And
It
bolt
shows-
the bird, right? Bolt, kill.
Shows the power of that.
Yeah, of the Hierarch.
Also double towers now. You see a fetch come in.
And here he probably gets a triumph.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
Telegraphed lines.
Yes. I do see another fetch land in his
Yeah, I
hand.
think it's an Arid Massa as well. Yep.
Yeah. I saw a Force of Negation in the deck.
Oh, really?
So I
Okay,
think he has
okay.
at least 1 copy
Yeah,
in there.
I think it's just a.
Just in case.
It's a hitch,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
you don't want to lose the card liberator, then look at the
I know, right?
$180 worth of forces in your sideboard going like.
But his hand has a mana leak, I believe. And looks like 3 lands. So Yeah, not missing his land drops anytime soon.
Yeah, but again, with the as soon as you see like the Cavern of Souls come down, then you're like, well, I guess Mana Leaks can just throw it out the
just
window.
useless. Yeah.
Can use them as coasters at the point. So we see Tyler's Tracker coming in again. Tyler's
And-
Tracker is like, oh, we see a warping wheel.
Okay, so Miguel just playing Eldrazi control.
Yeah.
No, not really.
No, we're actually gonna
Just-
see him come out with a he's able to cast a 4 mana spell now because of the sack
Ah,
ability.
yes.
Yep,
Scavenging grounds into Thought Knots here. Yeah, so Calvin there just revealing 2 lands, right?
The oust again.
And oust.
yeah, you don't want the thought not to keep going back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oust is like such an underrated card.
It
It's
is,
gone to be
it
like,
is.
oh wow, it's
It
amazing
is.
now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, which makes it suddenly make the Izzet decks and all the other decks like less and less good, which is why maybe I should pivot away from that.
Yeah. Does it really affect Is it that much?
Yeah, because some of the creatures are a bit slower, so your Soul Scar Mage as well. You're putting
see,
the
I
second
see.
at the top, and you're not cantripping as well.
Ah,
But the main thing that has is the fairies, and yeah.
Okay, so nothing really happened on Calvin's side.
Yeah, just a tireless tracker. You see a blast zone come in, 1 counter.
Once again, Miguel just not really assembling Tron.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
In my perspective,
Yeah,
at least.
He's like, I don't need Tron to win this
Yeah.
game. I'm just gonna beat you with giant Eldrazi. So.
Yeah.
Interesting here that he chooses to go for the Hierarch instead of taking out a land. Maybe aware that there is no Ren and 6 in the hand.
Mm.
But he has to remember that Tyler's tracker is only going to get bigger. More clues are going to come in.
Yeah.
You're going to start cracking and
Yeah.
drawing as well.
Okay, so Kelvin shocking in a breeding pool.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so he can immediately crack and draw a card.
Yeah.
I can even do it twice. Make the tracker go to a 5/4.
5/4, yeah.
Yeah, 5/4.
Then he can trade.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
trade very.
I don't think he would want to, but
Yeah. But I think he wants the card draw for that. Yep, create 1 clue, see what you get first.
Mm.
I would
So-
say though, I'm not a fan of Kelvin's sleeves. Lime green. It's an interesting choice. Araya Puasa is not coming yet. Yeah, so he's gonna double crack. Yep, makes
Yep,
sense why
yep.
he shocked for it as well.
But this is his turn, right?
No, it's
Oh no,
end step.
okay.
And step
Yeah,
is doing it
yeah,
in
sure.
response to the thing. So we
Oof,
see a spell
Queller.
a force
A
of negate.
force, wow. So he just has so much interaction in hand.
Yeah.
And now he can actually start swinging in if he
Yeah.
wants to.
I think we see a Ulumok in
Ooh,
because-
Ulumok.
but you're not close to Tron anyway. So.
Yep. So Kelvin just getting in with the tracker
Yeah.
and making another.
So in response, he's gonna crack if
Yeah.
there's no blocks. So Miguel sees that line, so he's not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
It's 5 damage coming in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Depends. He might crack one
Yeah.
clue. Yeah.
And then see where it goes.
Yeah.
So he is gonna do that 6.
Yep. So tracker goes up to
Yeah. Remember, Tracker was a $23 card.
was so expensive.
yeah, then now it's like
Because of humans, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Back
yeah.
then, when humans
Yeah.
were dominating. Okay, so before damage, I think Miguel
Yeah.
just cracking the
Sure.
relic. Yep. Then take 6.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Tyler's Tracker doing more with the Eldrazi than he thought it would.
And who said a human can't
Yeah,
face an
yeah.
Eldrazi?
It's like you on steroids, man. It's like some planeswalker pumping magic into his veins kind of stuff.
All the clues,
Yeah,
know.
it's like Shadow Luffy for the One Piece fans out there.
Okay, what's happening? So
But he's
Miguel-
choosing not to play the waste, so he just plays the expedition map
Right.
instead.
Okay.
Because I think he wants to go get his land.
Because the big cards seem to be stuck in his hand.
So like we saw in the first game a very nice balance of him going the long game, second
Yeah.
game aggressive, but now we're seeing the awkwardness of
Yeah,
having that.
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, but the thing is, look at Kelvin's hand. I mean, force. He has 2 forces, I think.
Yeah,
2 forces, a spell queller, a mana leak. So
A Horizon Canopy and Oust?
I can't tell what
I
the
can't
last
do-
card is,
yeah.
but yeah, I mean 2 forces there, and he can hard cast 1 as well. So
But interesting that he chose not to interact with the map here.
right.
Yeah, he could. Yeah,
Yeah.
he could actually. Even he couldn't. He can queller the map as well, but he chose not to.
You can queller the map.
Can't you?
No. It must be a spell, I think.
Oh, there's a spell.
Yeah.
On it.
Yep. So Miguel finding his
Right. He could force.
second.
But that's some next level. Like there's like then you lose to the card, right?
Oh, Calvin here just flashing in a spell queller.
Oh, I think he wants to represent lethal.
Yep. He can't remove
can't.
the Eldrazi though.
No, he has oust. If there is
Oh, he
oust
has
in
oust.
hand,
Oh, right. Okay.
if there is oust in hand, he can remove it, and then he swings in for.
But now tracker is a 6.
Oh.
Ah, no, it's a sword.
Yes.
So sword gets onto.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's a 6. It's a 4. It is a lethal swing.
Yeah, 6/5. So
So
he has to block. Yeah. Right, and
Yeah,
he
he'll-
discards a
yeah.
card.
There you go, draw.
Ooh, that sword! My goodness.
Sword coming in
Yeah.
big here. Untap the
He
land.
naturally drew it as well.
Yeah.
Right? So
It's the reason why that's a $50 card.
yeah, for sure. And wow, I don't see a way out of this.
Two
Omega.
forces of negation,
Yeah.
so he can hard cast both, I believe. Soon. Oh, no, yeah, he can. He has the island to
He
play.
can hard cast both. No, he can't. He needs 4 blue sources.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
he does.
All right, so
Stoneforge, just
Stoneforge,
you know, making sure you have the game.
yeah, casually just getting a better
Yeah.
skull. You know.
Oh, yeah, where are all the damnations and wrath of gods? Man? You need that.
Well, so this third game seems a bit one-sided.
Yeah, it's a bit-
honestly.
yeah.
And I don't think there's any way out for
Yeah,
Miguel
no.
here. No, with all the interaction in Kelvin's hand.
Yeah. Also don't forget Tyler's tracker cracking for the clues. 2 draws, came in for 6
Yeah.
damage. Got rid of Tyler's tracker just carrying this game beautifully right
The
now.
human who could.
Yeah. Is he a meta shaper?
Mhm.
He has the mana for the mana league.
Yeah.
So technically, Miguel is not dead on board
Yeah.
yet.
Still has a blocker.
But don't
yeah.
forget that Kevin can simply just tap in the battle scar and then equip it for a 3. So
Yes, yeah.
So he can swing in for that lethal on the board. He's gonna choose to leak here to
Yep.
hold off the mana. Yeah,
Alright,
he pays.
so
So,
he pays.
so now window is clear.
Mm. And
A
gonna-
crook leg as well.
Just growing the human. Yeah. So I think Better Skull probably just for the win, right?
Yep, he played the land here. You activate
So getting in the
battle
Better
skull,
Skull
equip battle skull.
doesn't care about the germ.
Yep, and swing in for lethal.
Yeah.
And that's game.
Yeah, that's
and
game.
handshake. Yep.
What a game! Unfortunately, a bit.
yeah.
Kelvin had it all the way.
Correct,
And,
yeah.
but the first 2 games were really close. And so we still have less than 10 minutes until the next match, if there is one.
Yeah, we'll double check.
Yeah, we'll have to double check, but this should be the semi-final, and most likely we'll definitely see Kelvin
Yeah.
Chu with a 4C Omnath Blade getting there. So I hope all of you enjoyed watching that.
Yeah.
It's been a great day.
Yeah.
I hope we have another game, which should be the final.
Yep.
But otherwise,
Getting
you
a bit
know,
more magic.
yeah. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. And let us know in the comments below if you saw anything that was wrong or how we could improve this streaming.
Okay.
But yeah, otherwise, we will see you all soon.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
All the colors.
Wonder if you can, Matthew can hear.
They're not starting in case you're worried. They're
Yeah.
just taking the mulligan.
Okay.
Okay.
Can start already actually.
Yeah, can.
Just
We're good.
you slowly walk on and tell them, take your time. Yeah, okay. We'll just do a quick intro.
I like how you remembered that I'm like the fastest walker.
Is the height?
So because it's going to be on the video lah, so I want to do intro for every time.
Okay,
so that
yeah,
we
sure,
know.
sure. Want the door close?
Yeah. Alright, hey everyone, welcome to Game 7. This is the final of our February 1K series of the top 8 playoff. It's Modern today. I'm Esmond, this is Zencha.
Hi.
Yep. So we are here and we are featuring Kelvin Chu up against Reef Chia. Kelvin Chu is on 4C Omnath Blade, Reef on Grixis Death Shadow. So they've already started to mulligan, right? I think they are going on the first mulligan right now. And we just saw Kelvin Chu in the previous game. He took it down against Eldrazi Tron.
Yeah, against Miguel's Tron. Yeah.
What do you think about this matchup?
So I think this matchup is it's a bit interesting. I think first game it all depends on who draws the removal and who draws the counters, because both have blue this time around.
And they're both very reactive.
Yeah, they're both very reactive. Right now, the Ouse actually is a tech that we see that is meant for Shadow. So that has been punishing so far. But the line here is that Reef has to be aware that Ouse is a main board 4.
Yes.
So if he's playing the Shadow anything bigger than a 5, he's okay. Because then it will just go down to a 2.
Yeah.
But he can't be the one that's greedy. Oh, I play a 1/1 Shadow.
Yeah.
Don't look at this card. Look away. It's nothing. It's just a 1/1. Don't look at it. Yeah.
So Oust has been really like some really good tech
Yep.
against Shadow decks the whole day today.
Yeah.
And so Reef is going first.
Yep.
And I think only he mulligan. Okay.
Yeah. So we see a Mishra's Bobble, and the other thing as well that we're seeing right in hand, and he chose not to have the Fatal Push, but he has the Kolaghan's Command. So that's just great against the matchup because of the different modes and modalities of it as well.
So flexible.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Kevin actually countering spells here with Mana Lake is not that relevant because there's I think there's 4 Snapcaster Mage.
Yes.
Yeah, so
4 Snapcaster mages.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
game 2 when we see the Force of Negations come in, that's actually going to matter more because putting them in exile also affects the Angler because you can't really delve with that
can't
as
delve
well.
it.
Yeah, so again with
Does he have a Thoughtseize?
Yes, he always has a Thoughtseize. There's no Shadow player that keeps a hand without Thoughtseize. I'm sorry.
That's why he mulled.
Yeah, that's why he mulled, right?
And wow, look at Kelvin's hand.
Ooh, that's just nasty. You see 2 Omnaths, you see a Teferi. Here, I'm more scared of the Teferi, to be fair. Because you have the Kolaghan's Command, you can't really interact with the Teferi once it's again in play.
And not much point taking one Omnath, right?
Yeah. There's no point taking one Omnath.
Yeah.
So here it's interesting.
And it's so fast though because of the Hierarch.
Yep.
So Kelvin with if he gets a turn 1 Hierarch,
Yeah.
it's just going to accelerate him by 1 turn.
Yeah.
So
We saw him bottle the Fatal Push actually, which might have been
in
a
hindsight,
bit too reactive.
yeah.
But I think he does have another one in hand. But
Right.
he flicks so fast. If anything, Reeves is the best flicker we've seen.
Yeah. So all the deck lists are actually open, so the
Yeah.
players actually know,
Yeah.
what each other is playing.
And it's a very small space that they're playing in.
Yeah,
So it's a big shop, but it's a small space. So everyone's been watching each other's game.
Yeah.
So if they don't know what they're doing, then I don't know what's going on.
It's just 8 of them.
And
Yeah.
let's not forget that this is Singapore. Everyone
Yes.
knows everyone.
Yes.
So.
So they're all familiar with each
Yeah.
other, very familiar.
Yeah.
And they're all very good players.
Mm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. As evidenced by the fact that I'm not there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Reeve with Delta here. Probably taking another 3.
So interesting here that Kevin chose not to play the mum actually.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Well, there's not much point because he doesn't
Yeah.
have a turn 3 play.
He doesn't have a turn 3 play. He
Although-
doesn't want to open it up.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
doesn't tap on turn 2.
So
It's an interesting choice, right?
Yeah.
I think it's the way Kevin's playing a bit more. He's hedging his bets. He doesn't want to get caught out by a fatal push.
yeah, because
Uh,
it forces Reeve to kind of maybe leave up the
Yeah,
mana
exactly,
inefficiently,
right.
perhaps. Yeah. All right. So so now Reeve is tapping out for double
Death Shadow.
And you were
So-
just saying.
He's gonna get ousted here, right?
But no, the thing is that he saw his hand.
Oh right.
Right.
So, yeah.
So
Yeah, he knows there's
yeah,
no
there's
oust.
no oust.
The-
Yeah. So it's safe.
So the triggering moment here is if that Kevin plays an oust.
Yeah.
Kevin drew that oust.
both shadows will die.
Both shadows will die.
Yes.
Because the live game the game state will check the live game first.
Yeah.
before IVT.
So all right. Yeah. So Reef just, I guess, is going for the more aggressive
Yep,
route.
more
yeah, for
aggressive
sure.
route. I mean,
And that's not an oust.
there's not an house. There is a horizon canopy. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the mum come down here as a chum blocker.
For sure.
Yep. And you know he needs to get rid of it. So interesting actually. He might not have even chum block because it just represents Omnath with a mana free. Sorry, it just represents Omnath on turn 3.
Do you see a fatal push?
I do see a Colligan's command which can actually interact with the mum, and you know that there is something coming down right now.
Yeah. And Reef now can actually get his red mana if he needs to.
Yeah,
with
which he
the-
will do, I believe.
Bloodstained Maya. And that's gonna grow the
Yeah.
shadow again.
So the fear he has here, if there is a Force of Negation main board, you don't want to actually do this on your turn. You want to do it on his upkeep, because you know he can't float the mana. He can't cast the Omnath in response.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he chooses to fetch now. So I think he does. He probably understands that there is not gonna be any
Interaction.
interaction. He's gonna fetch shock, so the shadows are gonna get really big, and there are no blocks
Yeah,
as well.
4/4.
Yep. So 4/4 is coming in for 8 damage as well.
So very fast clock actually. I mean, this is turn 3.
Yeah, it's turn 3.
Turn 3 with.
Yeah, games have accelerated, but we can see
yeah.
Colligan's command here come out.
Yep. So I guess this is before blocks as
Yeah,
well.
this is before block.
Mm.
After attackers declare, so he's
Yep.
gonna
Yep. So Kelvin just discarding as well from command.
Battle Skull and the hierarchy. You're not gonna cast Battle Skull.
Not anytime soon. No.
Yeah, you're dead next turn. So you drop the fairy. That buys you a single turn because
Yes.
you can bounce 1.
Yeah.
He's gonna fetch.
Ouch.
Go down to 10.
Yep.
Shadows at 4.
Yeah, this buys him a turn.
Buys him 1 turn, but if there is a Timo Battle Rage, it doesn't matter
True.
because he just cast it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, the fairy bouncing also helps him dig further in
Yeah.
for an oust.
Yeah, for an
perhaps.
oust as
Yeah.
well. It doesn't have the mana to play both now because Reef has
Yeah.
just played this beautifully. He's
Yeah.
he's attacked the hand, he's attacked the board.
I mean, turn 1 thought
Yeah.
sees into turn 2,
Yeah.
double shadow.
Just like Van Gogh,
Jeez.
he's painting a scene to victory.
It's because of the sleeves.
Yeah.
The better sleeves will win.
Go
I'll be
Reef.
rooting. Alright,
Yeah.
rooting for Reef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open him. Do you lose to Kevin?
I believe Kelvin is undefeated right now.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think so.
So he must have knocked someone out. So
Yes.
so we do see the bounce and the draw as well.
Did he draw anything relevant? I
He
didn't
doesn't have the
catch.
mana to play it this turn as well. So
But I think Reef will probably still go face here.
it depends.
Just what do you think?
I think you're not that scared of Teferi because but you have to remember that Oust is sorcery, and by playing Teferi up, you actually allow sorcery to become instant speed.
Mm.
So you get a 1 mana instant speed that kills your shadow or lowers the damage on it. So
Yes.
yeah, so playing the shadow revealed because it's open knowledge at this point.
Yeah.
I think he drew a land. Kevin has just been drawing lands this whole game.
Yeah, the whole day actually. But he's still winning. He draws his answers when he needs
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Maybe Magic is a game that needs lands.
Of course. Yeah. You always need lens.
Yeah, the EDH, I keep a 1 land. I'm like, I'm sure I'll see 30 of my 30 lands.
Okay, so Reef here decides to go for the Teferi.
Yep. So you see a Polluted Delta, 1 card in hand right now. I don't think we got a chance to see what it was.
Yeah.
We do see the Oust
Oh,
come
there.
down. as
Oh,
it is.
wow.
Yeah, but right now the shadows actually won't die to the Oust. So they go to a 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they'll go to a 1. So Oust is just
No, but he
outraged.
gets rid of one shadow.
He gets rid of 1
Yes.
shadow, yeah. So he will
Yep.
Oust 1. But the problem is if there is a stubborn denial in hand right
Oh,
now.
yes.
Yeah, so this is the blue version. It's not the it's not the
Yes.
Jun version. He has interaction.
He does have interaction. He has main board. Yep, 3 stubborn denials.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Yep. So he's just gonna fetch first.
Fetch shock in response is great
Mm.
because then your shadows actually you're not gonna take as much. It's not gonna go down to a 1 basically. He's gonna completely
6.
negate it. He's gonna keep it at a 4. Because you were shot for 3, you go down to 3, and then Oust will gain him 3, so his life will stay at 9.
Really?
Yeah, because right now it's 9, so Shadow will drop, and then Oust will pass back the 3, so he doesn't net gain life.
But doesn't that shadow increase in power as well?
Yeah, that Shadow increase in power as well, but it'll still bounce back, but it'll stay 4.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so there's no real change.
Right,
so
right.
he's basically negating Oust's
Yeah.
life gain. He's just making it put creature on top of the library. Which is heads up play from him,
Yeah.
keeping it as
Yeah.
well.
But
So,
still, I mean, that was the
yeah.
best that Kelvin could do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we know what the next card is, Shadow. And that is a Timo Battle Rage, I believe. Kevin's at
Really?
8.
Not a bolt?
Was it a bolt, Timo?
Okay. Anyway,
We're gonna find out now.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
He's just gonna do the 4
Yeah.
there, yep.
Yeah. I mean, a rage is not enough to kill anyway.
Yep, not enough here.
Mm.
And you want to represent actually that you do have the interaction.
Yeah.
I tell you, the red cards are so hard to see because you see a red border, like
Yes.
I guess it's one of your cards.
It's a red card. I wonder if he plays the. He doesn't have to play the next shadow actually.
Yeah.
'Cause this is lethal already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if it's a bolt, if he
Mm.
has a bolt.
Yeah. Bolt also is lethal to that.
Oh,
You-
but Kelvin has a Omnath,
Omnath.
and that's gonna gain him life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a blocker as well.
And a
I'm
blocker,
I'm
yeah.
not doing so much.
So draws a card, draws a sword.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Can he stabilize from this?
Can he come back? Okay, yep, so he gains 4 to
Yeah.
9.
So 2 cards in hand. We don't know what one is.
Hmm.
Suspect one is Timo Battle Rage as well. Or it could be a bolt.
He's praying that Grief
Mm.
doesn't have removal. Right?
Yeah. But even then, his removal, he has to have the Colligan command because he can't fetch for a thing to to push the Omnath.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he has no revolt trigger yet.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
so-
he only has bolt, push,
Mm.
and this. Oh, he has dismember actually.
Yeah, this member would just be lethal, so then we
Yeah.
would just be griefing him.
So Reef is
Yeah.
just getting in.
Yeah.
It's a 4/4.
So this
now.
is interesting for Reef. He's trying to tell Kevin, are you gonna you think I can kill you? We're gonna trade. So we're gonna
Mhm.
take the trade.
Yep. So Reef.
So
Ooh,
there
that
a
is a
team-
battle
team-
rage.
Yeah, there is a battle rage here.
And yeah, I guess he has to do this, right?
Yep.
To
So now he keeps the shadow alive.
Yeah.
He takes 4 in.
Yeah.
He's gonna cast the other shadow. And he still represents stubborn denial.
yeah, always representing.
Yeah.
Oh
Ooh,
wow!
Sky
Kelvin
Clay.
with his top decks.
Yeah, top decking into game 1 right now.
Is that another? That was another Omnath.
That's
right?
another Omnath, and there's a
Jeez.
Skyclave as well. So he can Skyclave, Chum Block, he can Omnath gain life,
Yeah.
and Chum Block as well. But I think Skyclave is the only one that keeps him alive, because Omnath he can't kill both shadows. So
Skyclave can't kill either.
Skyclave can put the one shadow down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he can
take one
take
permanent.
one
yeah.
permanent
and
and Chum Block.
Yeah.
And then buys you another turn to get the Omnath down.
Well, Omnath, at
Yeah.
this stage, he still trades, right? So
Yeah.
and he gains life.
No, but he trades, but then it can't block the other shadow.
Ah yes.
Yeah, so he has to play Skyclave here.
Well, he can gain 4 life.
Yeah, Shadow is a 4, so yeah, he
Yeah.
can get 4. This is like blue cards.
Decisions.
Decisions.
Yeah, but I think going Skyclave gives him the option to crack the canopy as well.
Yeah,
Right.
It leaves mana open
Yeah.
as well to do stuff.
Yeah, can represent like a league
or something.
Yeah. But I think he wants to get the sword though. Eventually,
Not this turn.
Not this turn, but soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Omnath.
It is the
It is
Omnath.
Omnath, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna see the draw. Ooh, it's a red and 6. So red and 6 Omnath is
Jeez.
just it's just disgusting.
Yeah, and he goes back up to 9.
Yep. Draws a card.
So he's gained
Yeah.
8 life already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, so leaving up the mana.
This member here also would be lethal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yep, because they become 8 each.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
All depends. Kevin said we know he has a Skyclave. We knew he draws a sword.
I don't think he has any
Yeah.
interaction.
I think that is
Dismember?
No, the Inquisition. Like,
Okay. Wow, so he's gonna take the Skyclave, right?
it has. I think it has to be
It has to be
Skyclave.
Skyclave, right?
Skyclave stabilizes Kevin's sword.
Yeah.
But then we don't have the information on what the Reef last card. I think this might be a check clear.
Could be,
Yeah.
could be. Maybe not, because Kelvin doesn't have any interaction up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So just checking that that's a sort of feast and famine, perhaps. I wonder why he's looking through the graveyard.
Mm.
Yep. So just writing down all the cards.
Mhm.
Pretty good game, huh? So far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could see why both players are in
the
the spot.
finals,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, they're playing very tightly around their decks. You know,
But
polished
Reef,
players.
Reef has just been battering Kelvin. Kelvin is just
Yeah.
hanging on, man.
You know that meme like let me in, let me in.
Omlav is just there.
Yeah, that's why. It's literally they're representative of the colors of Magic as well. Like the
yeah,
Grixis.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, this is what Richard Garfield attended
Magic at its
Yeah.
best.
in multiple languages. I think I've seen Korean, Japanese, Russian, Spanish today.
And all the different arts.
Yeah,
You got
right.
showcase, full art, extended
Yeah.
art.
It's been a treat. It's
Yeah.
been a treat. You know, if anything, Singaporeans bling out their stuff.
Except for his sleeves. That's the one disappointment.
Yes, yeah. Maybe he thought it was gonna be green screen. You know. So. Okay,
Yeah,
so you
but
see hard choices here with the Inquisition.
maybe he's thinking about the sword.
Yeah, the way it is done, it looks like he has a Death Shadow in
Yeah.
his hand.
Oh,
so-
okay. So yeah, he's looking through the graveyard because of Ren and 6.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, because of the triggers
the-
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
arm now,
yeah.
So
because
So,
getting back the lens.
what kind of that kind of shows as well that right now that he doesn't actually have a way to. He does have Teemo Battle Rage, but it's not enough, I believe.
Is it Battle Rage?
Oh, he already used the
Yeah,
Battle
he
Rage
used it
sorry,
already.
yeah. So
Yep. So
No
trading there.
So is he? Problem is Skyclave just is gonna wreck him here.
Yeah.
So we didn't see what they drew. Draws again.
It's
Has a
land,
planes.
Yep.
Was it a spell queller?
I can't tell. Oh, it's a high rock, I think.
Okay, so it does get
Yeah.
exiled.
Man, a high rock here.
Yeah. Which means now the Skyclave is swinging for 3.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Value down.
It's a 3-turn clock.
He's gonna push. So he
okay.
did have the push, so he was kind of expecting that. You know, he can't interact with that much for push it.
Yeah.
But you know, the Noble Hierarch does get a chance to block it as well.
So Reef just top decking now.
Ooh,
Serum Visions. Wow. Card that you are
Yeah.
very familiar with.
Yeah, one of my favorite cards in Magic. We see actually a Fatal Push and a Bobble.
Hmm.
So here is a bit
Probably doesn't
awkward. Yeah,
want-
he wants the
yeah.
bottom both as
Yeah.
well. I wouldn't mind keeping the Bobble, to be
Bobble?
fair.
Mm.
Because you know it represents seeing the next card and drawing as well. Oof, 106.
Kelvin. He's top deck like three.
Yeah, until-
three.
The thing is now the mount can actually get equipped to the sword and
Yeah.
swing it. So,
Yeah.
and then that represents.
Yeah. And then he gets to cast a Ren
Yeah.
and 6 after this.
Yep.
And it discards, gets rid of Reeve's hand
Yeah.
as well. So yeah, Kelvin just grinding this one
Yeah.
out.
Oh, so we don't see
Yeah,
where
we don't see it. The camera doesn't catch that. But it's definitely Ren and 6 now. Taking out that token.
Yep. I think Kevin actually managed to claw his way back into this game.
Yeah.
All the top deck moment right now.
I mean,
I
the
think it's
thing
a
is,
pass go.
the thing is, Reeve has been drawing well as well because
Yeah.
he hasn't been
Yeah,
flooding out.
yeah.
You know, he hasn't.
It's just that
It's
he hasn't seen his stubborn denials. He hasn't seen his counter magic.
Yes.
So you know, with Kevin being able to like resolve it. Oh, he does
Ooh.
draw the Death Shadow.
Third one.
Yeah, there's a 6. There's a 7. It's a 7, sorry.
Yeah.
So right now it all depends. Does Kevin have a way to interact with it? Because he can't swing in with the mount. The mount can block it indefinitely for now.
Mm.
Yeah, but if there's any kind of interaction, he buys back the Horizon Canopy. He's gonna draw off it
there,
again.
Yep.
Remember when Horizon Canopy was the $100 card?
Wait, but isn't this lethal? Oh no, Mum is 3.
Yeah, Mum is 3.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
4
only- yeah.
is 2 off.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oof, off
On
thin
thin
ice.
ice. My gosh.
Yeah, but I believe he does run a Feed the Swarm, right? In the sideboard, so we will
Yes.
see that game too
Feed
for
the
sure.
Swarm, yeah.
So
Feed the
again-
Swarm only gets rid of enchantments though, and creatures.
Yes, and
Yeah.
creatures. So he can kill the on thin ice.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah. No, I was
so-
thinking about the sword. Yeah, yeah.
and then
You're
the
right.
shadow comes back
Yeah,
stronger.
yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Reese scoops
yeah.
it up. Kelvin just
Yeah.
telling him to take back his card.
Yeah, so I remember my first time ever winning on a my DNT in Legacy. I had equipped my mum of runes with all my swords, and she came in like for the goblin kill, and the guy was just like, "What?
What happened?
Yeah, mum can fight too, man."
Secretly, 1 power.
Yeah,
Yeah.
GTA on her, buff her up.
But oh my gosh, what a game!
Yeah, oh, that was a great
Yeah,
game.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, Reef had Battle Rage, he had Push, he had everything, right?
Yeah.
Well,
just-
not enough threats,
yeah.
I would say. Not
No,
enough
the
threats.
problem was, I think the Omnavs gained him a total of
Yeah.
like
Eight-
6 life.
eight life.
8 life.
Eight life,
8
yeah.
life. That's
Two
insane.
Omnavs.
Two Omnavs.
Yeah.
It's such a nonsensical card. Wizards, what were you doing, man? We want to make white stronger. There's a white card.
Yeah, that's a white card. Oh, but wait, there's also blue and green.
Yeah, and red for some reason. Right.
Yeah, so sideboard, well, he has so many options, right?
Yeah, interesting. He actually has the weathered runestone inside, which I quite like.
Stops Ren and 6.
Yeah, stop
Yep,
Ren and
stops
6
Ren
and
and
6. Um,
Whether Runestone, it only stops non-land.
Here, after looking at all these playlists today, I think the next time I try to qualify for a 1K, I'm just gonna play a deck that has Blood Moon main board.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The mana bases are so greedy.
Yeah, it's
greedy.
like, oh my god, you guys are playing this color's fine. I'll play a mono red prison in.
I mean, do they even have basics? Like one each, maybe?
No, they don't.
Yeah, there we go. One
they-
island, one
one
swamp.
Yeah, time to bring back my electro balance.
So I guess Kelvin here is gonna go for his Veil of Summers again.
Yep.
Maybe more removal. Yep, definitely removal.
Something nice. I think you're definitely bringing the forces of negation because you want to fight the summon denials. Yep. So Untitled Champion as well. So actually, he has quite a suite of things that he wants to bring up. But what's he taking out here?
Oh yeah.
I'm not doing a lot of work though. So
Yeah.
It's tough. So I think he actually might want to get rid of the spell quellers here.
You think so?
Yeah.
What about the trackers or the Stoneforge?
I think the trackers just represent card value, and the Quellers die quite easily to like dismember and stuff like that.
Right.
You
Yeah,
give
yeah,
them easier targets,
True.
and like with the tracker you can pump it up. It's
Yeah.
card value. It's hard. I mean I don't play the. I'm just hypothesizing here.
Because
Yeah.
Queller is kind of a temporary removal.
It's such a good list. It's like so much clutter in it. Like if anything, you just go. I'm playing 64 cards.
Yeah. But the thing is, Queller with Teferi makes just
Yeah.
blocks everything out.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
becomes
Teferi,
hard
yeah.
removal. Yeah. But Reef has a lot of options as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Stubborn Denial, Brutality. Does that hit walkers?
yeah.
Hits.
No, it doesn't. But you can attack his hand.
Ah,
so
hit his
yeah,
hand,
so
yeah.
you're gonna always want to attack the hand early on.
Oh, there's another Colligan's command
Yeah.
in the sideboard. Yeah.
That one Layla on the Void annoys me until today. I think I will annoy me for the rest of my time because one, like,
Just one.
like, how lucky do you infinitely need to be to have one Layla on the
To
Void?
find the
like,
ley line, right?
I'm just gonna have a Layla in starting hand.
I might multiple, trying to find it.
Yeah, I play like Electro Balance. With Layla of Sanctity, I mull to like 3 to see it, and I'm like, haha!
And immediately you're down to 2 cards in hand.
Yeah, but against Burn, I'm like, do what you want to do, man. I'm
Yeah.
perfectly fine. I'll take 1 damage at turn.
Yeah. Alright, so this is the final. It's game 2. This is Zenja.
Hi. Sorry. I'm leaning out of the frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kelvin took that one down. Kind of a comeback win. I would
Yeah.
say. Yeah. Coming back from getting
Yeah.
beaten down. AA, why did he not?
Yeah, we also
acquisition?
thought that he should have gone for the
Yeah, the Skyclave.
Skyclave.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he was just very afraid of the Ren getting a value with the Omnath in play as
Yeah,
well at that
for
point
sure.
of time. Because then Omnath is doing more than just it's gaining him 4 mana as well.
4 mana.
Just doing Omnath stuff, right?
So yeah, the interaction with Ren and 6 and Omnath. But at that point in time, because of his Death Shadow on board, I thought the Skyclave would hurt him even more.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So yeah, that's a good question, AA. One that we might never know the answer to.
Yeah, exactly. We do see Kevin keeping the Ren 6.
Ren and 6, yeah. And looks like there's a Queller as well.
Mhm.
But Reef just
Gonna play that turn one.
Thought Seas maybe?
Oh, Serum
no,
Visions.
Serum Visions. Alright. Oh, I see Snapcaster.
Yeah, finally you're gonna see the Snapcaster.
Yeah.
And finally I'm wrong. This is a player who has not kept her.
I thought Seas.
Yeah, I thought this. Oh no, he's gonna lose now. But yeah, Snapcaster is a card we've not seen. It's been in a lot of decks, but
Yeah.
we've not seen it yet.
It's a 4-off as well in this deck. So
What?
just
Yeah, move my-
switching on.
I should move my mouse away from that. Huh?
So just deciding on something. Right, scrying. I think there was a bolt there.
There was a bolt and an Arid Mess and a Bloodstained Maya. Sorry.
Mm.
Keeping both on top is interesting.
Yeah.
I think the bolts just get rid of the Ren and 6, which is probably going to come down soon.
Right.
So you just want it there. And with the Snapcaster in hand, it kind of represents the stuff as well. Also interesting, if he chooses not to, he can play the fetch land.
Mm.
Yeah, but he chooses to draw the bolt, so he knows it's there. It's Christ another 2. We see a Death Shadow and another Bolt. But now he's a bit of an awkward position because he can't actually fetch with the land until he draws the card. So he's only doing this distant and laying a Mesa, I believe. Sorry, a Bloodstain.
A Bloodstain, yeah.
So either one of his fetch lands, he won't crack it because he wants the Death Shadow. Oh no! Oh no! That's the trouble I had away from like playing mono colors to playing like fetch lands. Like, oh, I'm gonna draw this card. I'll crack it. Oh no! Why is that not a Death Shadow? Why did I draw a forest? Yeah.
Scrying wrongly.
Scrying wrongly. Oh my god. Yeah. Which is why I know Gift Storm why they don't run fetches anymore, because you don't want to do that to yourself after a very complicated round. We see again the Triumph picked up. Just such a great mana fixing card. Yeah.
So strong.
Yeah, I mean, I think lands like this is where we should be in Magic, right? Like, it comes in tap, fixes
Pretty
3
fair,
colors.
and it's still fetchable.
Fetchable, not $600,000 card.
But I don't know how many does he run even.
I think they should run one Triumph, yeah.
Yeah, just one.
Yeah,
just one roll.
Yeah, most of them, most decks run one Triumph nowadays. There's also there's a Mardu Stoneblade that's going around. That's quite nice as well. It also runs one.
Just one, yeah.
Yeah, I actually like the Mardu look quite a lot, but with the fetch lands being the prices they are right now, no. I'll wait for the reprint. So we do see that ran at 6.
Yep.
So the unfortunate thing is that he has a choice to make here. He can actually fetch and shock the Ren at 6 now, right? But he will lose his Death Shadow.
Yeah.
If he wants to be mana efficient, he has to do that.
Yeah.
And then that means he's playing off the back of the Snapcaster Mage, which is an interesting choice. But because Ren comes in with 4 loyalty, I believe.
Well, it looks like he's going for it.
Yeah, he's gonna fetch in response, but he
Yeah.
can't actually react until Kevin chooses the mode.
Yeah.
Just scaring Kevin here. Do you have a 1 mana?
Spell snare.
It'll be high. It might be a stubborn denial actually, now that you think about it.
Does it hit walkers?
I can't remember what stubborn denial hits anymore.
No, I don't think. Stubborn denial.
I just gotten screwed by it so many times. I just I do not want the English definition of stubborn
Oh yeah,
denial.
it's a 1 mana negate. But he needs a creature with power 4. Right.
No. 4 is if he wants to counter that spell.
Right.
So now he can
Stubborn
pay
denial.
1, yeah.
Okay.
So he did stub it? Yeah, he did stub
Yep.
it. So
Yep.
so he did have the stub in hand, which is correct. Yeah, so that was why he drew it. But he can't throw away his shadow to draw the shadow.
No,
so,
that's a street grave. Yeah.
Is it a street grave?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a street grave. Yeah. I thought he was a pro level player.
I mean, I think it was worth it though.
Yeah,
Like, definitely worth it.
You
just
don't want to interact with
yeah.
Rand 6 as well. You do have a Bauble here. You do have a Snapcaster Mage. So your stub denial actually is getting double value right
Yeah,
now.
so good. Okay, so Calvin just
17
fetching there again, down to 17.
Yep. Say what you want
Okay.
about the new Snowlands. I prefer the Modern Horizon ones. They're just so clean, right? Yeah.
Full art.
Yeah, full art.
Yep, Alfred, we figured it out. Thanks.
Thanks, Alfred, coming
Thanks,
in.
Alfred.
Again with the statistical analysis.
If we don't know the card, we should just
Yeah.
ask him. Like, Alfred, what does this card do?
I think he's still doing his fitting. So he chose to bobble Kevin here, by the way, seeing the top of Kevin's deck, so he gets more information as well. He'll draw, additionally on the upkeep as well. So he'll draw again.
Yep. And Spell Queller?
Yeah, it's super Queller. But you see, now keeping that bolt which he drew off the Serum Visions means that Queller is not as strong as it did.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
No, he took out Bolt, I think hit that Queller.
oh, bolt to
Yeah.
the Queller.
Yeah.
So many Quellers
A lot of
going
things happen. Yep. So Reef with just 2 fetch lands.
Yep.
Yep.
But fetch lands represent 6 points of damage on a shadow.
Yeah. Kelvin, it looks like he has a lot of.
He's flooding out again.
No, he has a lot of bombs in hand.
Does he? I can't
There's
see.
a Battle Skull, a Apparition, Teferi, Queller.
Right.
a
I
Hyrule.
need to get my eyesight checked, man. I saw the last tree as plain. I was like, oh no, that's the Sky Claim.
So he
as
has
well,
he has a ton of stuff in his hand. But only 3 mana for now.
So it's actually the reverse. He's locked out of mana yet again.
Yeah.
He can play the Teferi, but he's just gonna eat into the Stubborn Denial right here.
Yeah. And I don't think he wants to play the higher up.
Yeah.
'Cause that turns off all his
Yeah.
interaction, yeah. Alright, so Reef here just gonna.
If you think about it, as soon as Kevin touches his land, he's like, I'll fetch too, man. You want to do this? Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yep, so he
Okay.
chooses to fetch and shock now, so he'll go down to 10, he'll go down to 6.
You think he's gonna shock?
Yeah, the shadow player is always shocking.
He doesn't need to, right?
Yeah,
Because
oh no, he doesn't shock that,
Yeah.
I'm wrong. So this
he
is
wants
why I
to
don't
show off
play
his lens.
Oh, his beta basics.
Yeah.
yeah.
Beautiful basics.
Yeah. I got cool basics too, Kevin. What are you gonna do?
That's why they're in the finals.
Yeah. It's the aesthetic.
Yep, taking 2 more. But the thing is that he hasn't had many threats on board.
Yeah. Oh, as
Well,
you said.
until now. Until now.
Yeah.
So it looks like Kelvin has to try and take it,
Yeah.
right? With
But,
the-
yeah.
Yeah.
We see the
There's
dismember
a
come in.
dismember.
Such a nasty
Ouch.
tag. So that's a 9/9 Death Shadow
Yeah,
now.
that's huge.
He went from small boy to big boy all of a sudden.
Yeah. And lucky he didn't shock there, right?
Yeah, but he does have a Skyclave in hand.
Yeah.
But now the Stubborn Denial will actually, the Snapcaster will trigger, it counters all spells now.
Yep.
So I think the game's actually gonna, he does see the Stub Denial, it is a 9/9, he's just gonna Snapcaster the mage.
Snapcaster the mage.
Oh my god, that's gonna be my YouTube channel name.
Snapcaster the mage. Oh my god, that's pretty good.
It's
Actually.
really good actually. Copyright.
Snap mage. Snap mage the stubborn denial.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but
Counters
yeah.
all spells, right?
Yeah, now that it has Ferocious turned on, it will counter. I have it open here.
Yes, yeah. So I think he's. Does he see that line? Or is he
I mean,
choosing not to?
he has to.
He should, right?
Yeah.
Definitely should.
Yeah. But he can respond to the trigger.
He might.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
he's
right.
thinking about snap bolt instead.
Snap Bolt won't get rid of it because it will ETB, it will remove the shadow and then.
But then if the trigger hasn't resolved and the Skyclave goes away, then it will never exile, right?
Oh, that's interesting actually.
Yeah. So I think that's what he's trying
Alfred?
to clarify.
Can you bolt in response to the trigger? No, but
Because I think if the trigger hasn't resolved and then
Yeah.
the Skyclave leaves the field, then
but no, the Skyclave has to target as an enter, right?
Yeah. But it never resolves,
Yeah.
right?
If you want to talk about it, the question was if you
Both.
do the Oblivion Ring trick on Skyclave operation, like you let the leaf
Leave the battlefield trigger
yeah,
resolve first.
Will you make the token? Yeah, the answer is no.
Because Death Shadow never released the field, right? Never.
Because there's no reference point for the exile card.
So does Death Shadow get exiled?
Yeah, because the enter
Ah.
still resolve. Yeah.
But he could have snapped stubborn, right?
Well, that wasn't what they asked me lah. So
Okay, so we've just talked to our head judge Matthew.
Yeah.
And they were trying to figure out about the snap bolt interaction with
Yeah.
Skyclave. Alright, Alfred is here as well to clarify.
Yeah.
So the thing is that Reef had stubborn denial in the graveyard. But
Actually,
he
no,
chose
he's
not
just
to.
doing Collagen command.
Okay, so alright, so what happened is that Apparition resolved, took the shadow, and then Reef decided to Collagen's command.
Yes. I'm sorry, I look a bit perplexed because
Yeah.
I am.
So we don't know if that's the best thing he
Yeah.
should have done, but that
Yeah.
happened.
Sorry. Yeah.
And now
Inquisition,
Reef with an Inquisition.
maybe Nerve's getting the better of him right there.
Yeah, could be. So seeing an oust.
So, sorry, Alfred, correct us if I'm wrong, but on that turn he could have just Snapcaster, Stubborn Denial, the Apparition, right? Right? We're not going insane, right? It's not a whole day of casting that's made my brain mush.
No, but I think it's still non-creature.
Oh, still, so even with Ferocious, it's still non-creature.
yeah.
Yes, it doesn't change the non-creature. to
Ah,
creature,
okay, so then
Alright.
we've just gone insane
Yes,
over
yes,
an
yes.
entire day.
Too
of
many
casting.
spells.
Yeah, Alfred, don't type, we make us look bad. How do we delete the comment?
So,
just messing
wow,
around.
Reef here with a major decision actually, because there's the fairy, there's tracker, there's oust.
Yeah, but there's no lens.
There's no lens for so Battle Skull doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think Hierarch doesn't really matter as well, but
Yeah.
maybe I think the fairy, right?
It depends. The fairy turns off your Snapcaster. That's very true.
Yeah.
But in response to that, you can always just Snapcaster Stubborn D. So I think actually Tireless Tracker is something that you want.
Oh,
Yeah, because
Well,
you
yeah.
can. You can counter. Sorry, you can counter the Teferi, but you can't
Yeah.
counter the Tire Strikers with it. Oh, okay now.
Well, looks like he's just gonna take.
Ours is not that bad here because you don't have a shadow anymore.
Yeah.
So you're just
Taking the
gaining train.
engines,
Yeah, you're getting
yeah.
train life, and you're not ruining your
Yeah.
deck variants. Now Kevin doesn't draw a land. He's not doing much.
But the thing is that both his
Yeah.
tracker is down and that's Omnath.
Ooh, so he does get the higher up. He's one turn off it.
Mm.
Yeah, so you know. It's interesting. How many cards in hand is it? Reef one?
Just one, yeah. And it's the Snapcaster.
Right. We know it's a Snapcaster as well.
And the thing is that he didn't see Kelvin's Omnath.
Yes.
So maybe that's why he chose not to bolt the Hierarch.
Yeah.
Because if he knew about Omnath, I'm sure he would have bolted it, right? Yeah.
Now Omna's gonna come down.
Yeah. And what a draw. What a draw for Kelvin. But no land, so it doesn't get the trigger.
Yeah, no triggers, but
He draws
yeah.
yeah.
But don't forget, Reese is at 2.
Oh, he did draw a land.
He did a raw land, so now he's gonna gain life,
yeah.
go to 2.
My goodness.
I'm not turning the corner here. Yet again.
So
It's- it pleases me, but it displeases me that such a greedy deck is doing so well as well.
know,
Like, it's like, yeah, but no, shouldn't you be punished for your like lack of streamlinedness? But it can just correct itself so over and over again.
and that's the
right?
power of Hierarch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He had no land, Sarah became a land,
Yeah.
and then taps in.
And
Now-
if only Reef had just bolted the Hierarch.
Yeah,
But he
correct.
didn't
He
know. of
didn't, yeah,
course,
there's no way for him to have guessed that line.
Yeah.
We do see a fatal push come in. He does,
Okay.
yeah, so he can bobble. Sorry,
Oh, so it's a
it's
bobble.
yeah.
So taking a look at Kelvin's, you
Yeah.
can't see it.
Yeah, right now the problem is,
The problem is Better Skull.
no, the problem is he has lethal. He can oust. Yeah, he has to snapcaster, but Kevin can pay for it.
Yeah.
He ousts the token and he swings in for lethal.
Yep. Oh wait, he has an apparition.
Yeah, so it doesn't
that's
matter.
lethal, yeah.
Lethal either way.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but then he has to snap to block, right?
Oh, he has a snap block,
Yeah.
but Kevin has 5 mana, so he can Skyclave and he can oust.
Right, yeah.
If there is an oust right at the end of his hand.
Yeah,
Oh, no, it's in front. Yeah.
I think it's an else.
Yeah, so he can oust, and then once the Snapcaster nonsense happens, then he can see that actually, he can just
Yeah.
Skyclave the Snapcaster as well. Oh, that still won't be lethal, sorry. Because now the 1/1 doesn't get removed because the Snapcaster comes in. So yeah, you're right. He can buy 1 more turn.
No, it's correct. Skyclave gets rid of the token, right?
Yeah, but if Snapcaster get rid of the token, but it's still a Snapcaster.
Yeah. Oust.
Then oust, yeah. Sorry.
No, but he doesn't have enough. Oh, he has enough white because
no,
of Hierarch, yeah.
sorry. It depends on how Kevin structures the
Yes,
hand.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, so if he ousts first, it's gonna be a problem.
Oh,
he
it's
just
better skull.
okay, we're just
yeah.
Kevin gonna play the
Just-
longer game.
just gonna trust
yeah,
Kelvin.
Yeah, Kevin's just like, I'm gonna hard cast a better skull. What are you gonna do, man? So now you have to block.
Yep. So Alfred just telling us that stubborn can't counter Skyclave.
No, can counter the oust.
Yes. No, just the previous.
Yeah, the previous thing. Oh, you're lagging, Alfred. But he's been right the whole time. So.
Oh, but look at that. This is a blowout.
Oh wow. Oh no, he snapcasted. What did he?
Oh, apparition can't remove tokens. Good spot.
All right.
Okay.
So he really is our statistic.
Yes.
We need you here, Alfred. Why are you getting married and stuff?
So, in case you're watching this replay on
Yeah.
the YouTube channel, we're getting a lot of things wrong. So look in the chat and look at Alfred's comments.
Yes. Oh, but we see a Stoneforge here coming in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Stoneforge.
Maybe don't upload this to Reddit. So you have to chum block here.
Yep, yep.
There's no other option.
Yeah, and he just doesn't have to waste his hours,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's a slow grind here.
Yeah, so Stoneforge probably gonna get
Another
his,
bad as well.
Yep.
Yep. I don't think there's a way back right now.
Yeah, there's just so many threats on board right now.
Yep. It's a Delta.
Yeah, because
He's flooded on lands though. The 3-color deck has more lands than the 4.
I know, right?
How many lands does he run? Sorry, give us.
The 4-color deck has 4 lands.
That's all he needs.
That's all he needs.
So 8, 10, 13. Wow, he runs 18 lands and he's drawn. He's
Wow.
played. He's gonna talk to
Yep,
himself to
he's gonna die. So going out
Yep.
on his own terms.
Yep.
Uh,
Very Grixis Death
yeah.
Shadow there. So
But wow, I mean that was
Yeah.
still kind of a comeback,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Just-
very swingy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very
we
swingy.
we got the interactions with Stubborn and I quite messed up. Yeah. So a long day of casting there, but I think overall
Yeah.
Kevin played very tight.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. And I think Reeve also played very well.
Yeah.
But just his lens,
Yeah.
flooding out.
Yeah, he got flooded out quite badly as well.
Yeah.
And like there was a chance for him to have that shadow, but he chose to bolt instead. So yeah, so maybe that will come back to question whether, you know, if he had another land, if he had kept, you know, the bolt instead on the top. Because actually he chose to draw the bobble over the bolt.
Yeah. Yep.
So interesting choices there overall. Some lines that might have taken, but yeah, the flooding didn't help as well.
Flooding was bad.
Yeah.
And Kelvin just drew so well.
Yeah, such a good draw. It's like
and
the
this
higher
deck,
up.
yeah, he needs exactly just 4 lands, right?
Yeah,
he can play everything.
Yeah, Hara comes in and the Locust, that Omna come in, drew him the land, gain
Gain
the
the
life.
life. My goodness.
Yeah. So how much
Yeah.
is Omna for my buy?
Pick up some own-ups.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
not my colors, man.
All right, so that is it for our February 1K series. This
Yep.
is the finals, and Kelvin Chu takes it
Yep.
undefeated
Yeah.
with a 4C Omnath Blade. So that's it. Once again, Esmond,
Mm.
Sizensha.
Alright.
Thank you so much for watching. This is a monthly series,
Yep.
so if you want to check out the next month one, it will probably be Modern as well,
Yep.
because Modern is super popular here in
Yeah.
Singapore. And the qualifiers are actually happening right now also, so we'll probably see a brand new, different 8 players
Yeah.
next month, and hopefully different decks.
Yeah, let's see the meta evolve. Man.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
I'll be in the top 8 next
Maybe
time.
you'll see him, yes.
Yeah.
So that's all for now.
Storm can only dream.
We will
Okay.
see you all next time.
Okay,
Thanks
thanks.
for watching. Bye.
That was fun, man.
That was fun,
Thanks for
yeah.
having me.
Yeah, so thanks for that was good actually.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for relieving all our workload.
That's fine.